Just like a spark that's breaking out. Can't make a stop, can't turn back now. We know that there's no room for doubt. No, we can't turn back now. I see danger in your eyes. They know we'll burn down the night. Coming just like the sunrise. You know that we gonna light it up tonight. We gonna light it up, baby. Tonight we gonna light it up just like the sunrise. We gonna light it up now.
That the brothers on the rise now. Endless celebrations all in my house. Levitating now, I'm super duper fly now. London boy, but DC where I reside now. Put the time in while you always yelling time out. And for quit it, cause I know I'm coming with it. You were sitting, you were wishing I was handling my business. Now I got the ball like Harry Potter playing Quidditch. And my business so humongous, you would think that happens in there. Damn man, I'm all that, yeah, I'm all that. Looking for that whip, yeah, that what you call that. I'ma blow up in the summer, have them yelling fall back. And I've always been ahead like an effing ball cap. Man, I came in the game like, whoa. Got a couple chains on me cause I like gold. They told me I'm the best and I told them I know. Cause when I'm in your town, every ticket I sold. Yeah, they saying I'm the man. Facts, bro. Lot of haters, tell me where they at though. I'm the new pop, all I do is rap though. Want me on your song, throw a couple stacks, yo. Everybody wanna do the same thing. That's why we ain't on the same page. Do my own thing and I maintain. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. I'm going mainstream. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. Yeah, I'm going mainstream. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. I'm going mainstream. Mainstream. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. Yeah. I'm going mainstream. Damn. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. Woo. I'm going mainstream. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream.
I'm on my own, broken alone. I feel the rain crashing down. all around this empty town. We're searching for the lost and found, but you don't care, you're unaware. Keep moving like the scars aren't even there. It's in the air like a blazing flare. Just stare, 'cause the flames will burn us. I thought you were the one for me. That's why I gave you everything. Held you close by the stormy seas. Oh, you meant the world to me. I used to kiss your head when you cried for me. Hold your hand while the pain was over. Keep you warm by the roaring sea. You meant the world to me. Oh, you meant the world to me. Oh, you meant the world to me. My darling dear, you're never here. When I'm in pain, you hide and disappear. Like shadows in the atmosphere, charting the stratosphere. Yeah. I prayed for you and kept you near in hopes you'd chase away my fears. I'm on my own, you made it so, and now I'm chasing nightmares too. I used to run with you through the great big leaves, laugh at you when you laugh at me. Hope for us because I believe the home was just you and me. I thought you were the one for me. That's why I gave you everything. Held you close by the stormy seas. Oh, you meant the world to me. Oh, you meant the world to me. Oh, you meant the world to me. Oh, I'm gonna do this on my own. No point in blaming you, you did not know. Oh, I thought you were the one for me. That's why I gave you everything. Held you close by the stormy seas. Oh, you meant the world to me. Oh, you meant the world to me. Oh, you meant the world to me. Oh, I'm gonna do this on my own. No point in blaming you, you did not know. Oh, I'm gonna do this on my own. No point in blaming you, you did not know. I thought you were the one for me. That's why I gave you everything. Held you close by the stormy seas. Oh, you meant the world to me.
Shula Stadium as the Lake Catholic Cougars travel to take on your 4-0 Benedictine Bengals on Friday Night Lights, presented by Pizzazz on the Circle. The Cougars, coming in at 3-1, are in a 3-game winning streak after losing in the first week of the season. Buckle up as the Bengals try to stay undefeated. We'll have all the action for you here tonight on the Benedictine Sports Broadcasting Network. Broadcast booth here at Shula Stadium alongside I'm Patrick Lloyd. So excited for Week 5, Luca.
Yeah, it's going by quick. You know, it
Yes,
feels
it
like
is.
just yesterday we were doing the Gilmore game. Now.
I know,
Halfway through.
exactly. Well, Luca, the Bengals are coming off of a big win last week. We know that. A new test tonight, and the Lake Catholic Cougars, a very solid opponent, and the Bengals are going to be tested tonight. Lake Catholic lost Week 1 to Cardinal Mooney, I believe, but they're coming off of a big win over Gilmore Academy. I believe it was 31-14. We remember the Bengals beat Gilmore by just 2 earlier this season, so this is going to be a very evenly contested matchup. All right, Luca, let's go ahead and take a look at last week's game from Lions Stadium, where the Bengals went to Chardon and took down the Lions. The Bengals got off to a slow start as this pitch to McInerney got the Lions on the board first.
Yeah, listen, they came out and they were energetic, and me and Pat were talking in the booth. We really thought this might be a one-score affair, but they came back.
Well, and then the Bengals bounced right back with this huge 47-yard touchdown run with Earl Jackson to tie this game up.
How about his production? Over 90 yards rushing.
Then the Lions on the other side of the ball, taken down here. Micah Smith strips the ball free, and Antoine Smith picks it up. A strip sack, and then the Bengals get it back. Then this run with Earl Jackson up the middle, and the Bengals get on the board once again. Then more defensive contributions. Micah Smith out there again. Sean O'Connell was incredible. And don't forget about Tyrell O'Neal. There's the first of his big sacks. He made another one right after that. Watch Marquise Norman in there first, and then Tyrell O'Neal finishing it off. Then this huge completion to Xander Smith got the Bengals moving right before the end of the first half.
And that was a great 2-minute drill. Got the guys going, put them up 2 scores, like you said.
Then John Jones turning around, making this catch for another first down. And then here it is. Campbell finds Luke Carlton over the middle. Touchdown. Huge score before the half.
And they're starting to find a lot of guys. They're distributing the ball a ton. Luke Carlton obviously breaking out in the last 2.
Then this run with Corday Blair went south as he fumbled the football, giving NECL the ball back.
But Pat, watch this. The Bengals are going to get it right back. Huge interception.
Antoine Livingston coming up clutch, and the Bengals get the ball back. Unfortunately, they weren't able to do anything on offense. They turned it around, but NECL with a huge completion here to Dummermuth, that kind of put them within striking distance.
Yeah, we were talking, Pat, that it was a closer game than it felt like, but they were definitely in striking distance there for a while.
Campo found a huge completion to John Jones here to move the sticks on 3rd and 10. Then on this 1st and 15, Campo finds Jonathan Spikes. He had an incredible night.
And Spikes all season long has been the Bengals' most reliable receiver. We've seen it on 3rd down, we've seen it on 4th down. Whenever they need him, he's there.
We'll see that again. Just a beautiful throw. Campo was so good all night long, and Jonathan Spikes with a nice completion there. Then the Bengals looking to seal it. Campo finds Spikes again down the sideline, picking up a big 1st and goal. Corday Blair finished the job. Touchdown. Benedictine. And that sealed it, Luca.
Yep, and the Bengals' run game really propelled them. Obviously, Gio played a great game of state-free football, and that's what you need if you're going to win big games like this. That's what they're going to have to do again today.
So, Luca, a big win on the road, much needed for this Bengals team. You know, there was a little bit of uncertainty going into last week. You thought, you know, this Bengals team has looked a little shaky. Yeah. The defense did pitch 2 straight shutouts, so you felt confident about that. The offense, finally, Gio Iacampo got all the reps last week, and, you know, the Bengals gained the momentum in that game that they lacked before.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, we talked about the defense and how they looked good, but, you know, they really didn't play too much. You know, there was not really formidable opponents in the last 2 weeks, and
right.
Then, you know, you play in a team that's electric as NECL. They have a great offense. We know that.
And they stuffed them.
Yeah, they played really, really well. Besides the first drive, I mean, they only allowed 7 points. And it's the momentum that's propelling the Bengals team, and they really look good. They really, really did look good.
The Cougars here lead the all-time series against Benedictine, but Benedictine did win the most previous matchup in 2019, and it was a blowout. So hoping to keep that momentum going here. The Bengals are obviously 4-0 so far this season, looking to keep that train rolling into next week in a big game against St. Ignatius. But got to focus on this game first, and a good test for the Bengals. You may look at the common opponent here, which is Gilmore Academy, but you have to remember the Bengals played Gilmore week 1. You're still getting into your groove a little bit week 1,
yeah.
But week 4. On the other side, for Lake Catholic, they're into their groove a little bit, and they have more going. And I think the Bengals honestly had opportunities to pull away that Gilmore game where they just didn't.
Yeah, I think that's definitely true, Pat. And you know, when we talk about two teams, they're very, very similar in that their defense is really solid, and it's been the run game that's propelling the offense. I mean, Lake Catholic only had 90 yards or something like that in last week's game. It was the run and the defense, much like the Bengals. So I think the battle of the quarterbacks is really going to be a key point. Who can make the big throws in the big moments? And I think that's who's going to win this ball game.
That's right. And 2 very good teams. The Bengals, you know, we've seen production from 3 running backs.
Yeah.
Good production from 3 running backs so far. So that'll be exciting to see tonight. We've got all the action coming up next here on the Benedictine Sports Broadcasting Network. Welcome back to Don Shula Stadium once again, alongside Luca Bucci. I'm Patrick Lloyd. So excited to be joining you for this Week 5 matchup.
Yeah, it's really exciting. This is going to be by far the Bengals' biggest test, and see how they handle it here.
A test for both teams,
Yep.
and obviously you see a lot of the yellow in the crowd, and that's just in support of pediatric cancer awareness tonight, and we are obviously very happy to support that cause.
Yep.
Obviously, there's somebody in the Bengal community who is currently battling that right now. So those shirts right there, just in support of that.
Yep.
As the Cougars slowly, well, this is quite the intro, Luca.
Wow.
The Cougars are making their way onto the field, and they're led by some bagpipes. Now, the only time I've ever seen this before is with the Notre Dame lacrosse team.
Yeah, that's something, Pat. Oh my.
This is quite the
Yeah,
walkout.
That's an interesting. I've never seen that before. That's pretty electric. Wow.
And you can hear it loud and clear as well.
Yeah, you definitely can.
What?
Wow.
What a start. Here come your 2025 Benedictine Bengals. And the sounds of the Bengal faithful drowning out the bagpipes.
Yeah.
So the Bengals are rocking their Columbia blue jerseys over white pants. Navy blue trim, white lettering. Cougars wearing all white jerseys, white pants. Silver lettering, silver trim, green lettering. And this place is ready for a battle tonight, and this is a huge game for the Bengals to go into next week undefeated.
Yeah, for sure, Pat.
Because that's an intimidation factor for St. Ignatius. St. Ignatius is a good squad. They play an extremely tough schedule, so they'll be battle-tested coming into the game against us.
Yeah, for sure, Pat. And you know, you almost want to get the win as if we could beat them, we could beat that. You know, oh, they're coming out here now. Wow.
Oh, now another run out, and
Man.
the Cougars.
I'll tell you what, Pat, that coach is moving, man. Oh, my.
He's fired up.
He's getting after it.
Yes, sir.
And, Pat, something I would like to see from the Bengals at least is that, you know, they got to come out firing. You know, in the past couple weeks really haven't seen a ton of energy at the start. It shouldn't take a big play for them to get going. They should be coming out of the gate like that. But we'll see if that changes.
And last week it was that Earl Jackson touchdown that
Yeah.
really swung the entire game.
And, you know, Pat, we've seen this pretty much all year, besides the Padua game. But it's the big swings and then the quarter. It's like they're playing a great quarter and then an okay quarter, and then they're doing just enough to get the W. I would like to see him play a complete game, you know. And the NACL game, that was pretty darn close to a
Yeah,
complete
I mean,
game.
aside from the rough start, no complaints at all.
No,
and,
no.
and that game, you heard it up in the booth. We were pumped up. We were excited. That place was electric.
Yep.
And what a way for the Bengals to build on it coming into this week. Bengals going to start with the football here. Like Catholic will kick off. It's Reese back to receive.
And I think this is a good test here for the Bengals just to start off. You know, obviously, Gio played really, really well last week, and obviously we know that the Lake Catholic defense is really, really good. So I would really like to see them kind of let it loose a little bit on the first drive. Not obviously being stupid, silly, anything like that, but, you know, maybe take a shot or two down the field, see what you got. Yeah.
Set the tone in the game. Well, Luca, we've hit the halfway point in this season. And all I can say is it's been a good start.
Yeah. Couldn't start better, Pat.
That is right. And we have our, we're going to have some cheerleader audio here as they are right surrounding our microphone. But that
Yeah.
seems to always happen.
It does, Pat. It really does.
All right, here we go. We are just about ready to get underway from Don Shula Stadium to kickoff. Is number 10. That's Joey Nagy. At least that's what it appears. Yeah. And we are underway from Don Shula Stadium. A good end-over-end kick. It's going to be taken in by Cam Hill. And he tries to run to the far side, but a nice tackle for NECL. It's number 4, and that's Tyler Hrebar, the senior. And a good start getting that momentum first for Lake Catholic.
Yeah. And that's tough I mean, obviously, special teams, we've talked about this every week, I feel like, but it's kind of the unsung hero, and it really does change a game. You know, the difference between being at the 30-yard line and the 19-yard line, and I feel like a broken record here, Pat, but it really does make a difference. Wow, that is really loud.
Bengals starting deep now. They're at their own 17-yard line. Gio Iacampo, the junior quarterback, with Corday Blair in the backfield. Motion here from Sean O'Connell. He'll come up and chat with Iacampo. He'll stay in the backfield with Iacampo. To his right, Blair in the backfield. 2 wide receivers, 1 up top and 1 down low. My correction, first play is a run, and it's only going to get about 2. And a good start for the Lake Catholic defense.
And, you know, when you're such a running team, I mean, obviously 219 yards last week on the ground for Benedictine. You know, teams come into it and they have a defensive plan based on the run, you know, and that's why it's so vital that Gio can get going in the passing game, because it opens up so much for the offense and so many plays that you could pull from them.
So it's a 2nd and 9. Iacampo's under center. Blair's the running back. The handoff goes to Blair again. He does have a much better run this time. Give him about 4 or 5 yards. So now a 3rd and manageable. There's another look at the run. Just more of a lane there for Blair that time.
Yeah. And I think Lake Catholic to some extent was trying to shoot the outside a little bit, but neglected the inside run there, which we don't see a ton from Corday with the outside run. We see a lot more with Forte
and Jackson.
Yep.
Yeah. All right, 3rd and 6. Big play here to start this game. Blair is now to the right of Iacampo. The snap, Iacampo to throw. He's going to go towards this near side, and a slip and fall from Luke Carlton. Not sure if it would have been there anyways, and that'll make it 4th and 6.
Yeah, let's take another look at that, Pat. I think it was a little outside. I don't think he would have got that even if he didn't.
And slip. I think they would have been short of the first down, too.
Yeah. That's a nice job from Lake Catholic, though. I'm a little bit interested to see the running back usage this week because of how good Earl Jackson was. And you got to get Forte back in the swing of things, obviously out for a couple weeks now. So, oh, my God.
And that punt
That's
might have been
roughing the
deflected.
Kicker. That should
Is
be
there a
roughing
flag?
the
Yes, there's a flag on the field. The Bengals, I think.
That should be roughing the kicker.
I think you're correct. That's going to be a roughing the kicker
and that
call.
might be a first down.
Yeah, that's what
that
happened.
That should be a first down.
That is what happened against Lutheran West. We saw that same thing.
I mean, he went right for his leg. I mean, he was diving, but I mean, it went right into his legs. That should automatically be one, Pat.
All right, we'll wait and see what the call is.
Yep.
Roughing the kicker. Automatic first down. That is a big, big call to start this game.
That's got to be such a morale killer to defense just thinking they get off the field, now they got to go run back on.
And a fresh set of downs for Benedictine.
Yeah.
Although, for some reason, the chains haven't changed. I believe we still have not cleared up what's going on.
I think they just got to walk it out.
Oh, gotcha. All right. Yeah, it is going to be an automatic first down for Benedictine. That is, I mean, we saw it against Lutheran West. That is such a swing.
And last week we saw, I thought, a missed one because, I mean, he went right for us.
Yeah, and we looked at it again. There should have probably been a roughing the kicker call last week as well.
Yep. So now, I mean, this was almost like they got the first down. I mean,
right, and you'd love to build off this situation.
You would. You really would.
Campo's going to line up under center. 2 wide receivers down low. Nobody up top. It's Blair in the backfield again. The snap and a handoff to Blair. He's going to try and spin out of a tackle. Might have even lost a yard there, and the run game has been
abysmal.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if I'd go that far, but
I just wanted to use that word, Pat.
Well, and there you go. I mean,
we haven't seen much from it.
Right. It's not working the way that, the Bengals have really wanted to. Lake Catholic's had an answer for the run game. I mean, they look at the game plan. They come in. They know Benedictine likes to run the ball. And they passed the ball really well last week, so you wouldn't mind seeing that again.
And this is where I think Jonathan Spikes is such a valuable weapon because, just to... Oh, hello.
Uh-oh.
Oh, my God.
Iacampo to throw deep. Double coverage. He handed it off to Blair, who pitched it back to Iacampo. He looked for, Carlton downfield, but that's good coverage by Lake Catholic. They had 2 guys there.
Flea flicker right there, Pat. Wow. And
you said it. You want them to take shots, and that's exactly what they did right there.
Yeah, I don't mind that call at all. But what I was saying, though, is, Spikes is just such a valuable asset because in situations like this, you could trust him to get it in the flat and run for a good 10, 15 yards.
We saw that on that first and goal play, or not the first and goal, but what got the Bengals the first and goal and evidently sealed the game last week. Spikes is very capable. And it's Caden Forte now to the right of Iacampo. Iacampo to throw. He's going to go quick. It's Carlton. He's got it. First down, Benedictine. Past the 50 to the 48. Ball's loose. He had to have been down.
Yeah, he was down.
Yes. Referees agree.
He's slow to get off.
Yeah,
That's
Carlton
not good.
is hurt on the field after the first down.
Uh-oh. That doesn't look good. And he's really wincing. That's not a great sign. Man. He has been dealing with a bit of a hamstring issue since week 1, so could be related to that.
Surely hasn't slowed him down, though, Luke.
No, it hasn't.
Great game last week.
Yeah.
A great start to this game. He's been targeted a couple times already in this game just throughout this first drive.
When they get him involved in the game plan, he really makes a difference. How he's toppling off now.
And I think it is related to that previous injury that you were talking about.
That's not great. And there goes one of your top receivers, which is not ideal.
Well, we'll see how serious it is. We don't know if he's going to return in this game. That's probably going to be something me and you have to figure out at halftime.
Yeah.
But
that's brutal. But all things considering, that's a really, really nice play there.
Absolutely.
Kind of set him up first down there. Obviously, 3rd and 11's a big play. They got it, but never want to see a guy go down.
Nope. Forte's still on the field. He's in the backfield behind Iacampo. 2 wide receivers down low, 1 up top. Iacampo in the shotgun. The snap. Fakes the handoff. Iacampo to throw. Hesitates. Throws quick. Complete to Spikes. Big hit. Ball comes loose. And they're just going to call it an incomplete pass. I don't know about that, Luke. It looks like he had control for a little bit there.
No, I don't think he ever gained control, and he definitely didn't make a football move. So I don't think that should have been a.
Well, we'll get another look at it right here.
Here we go, Pat.
Iacampo, there's that hesitation. Throws quick.
No, he never had
All
it.
right.
That's a really nice jar there. If he doesn't hesitate there, that goes for a good 10 yards.
Yeah, just that slight hesitation. But now the Bengals find themselves with a 2nd and 10. No worries, as Iacampo is going to line up under center this time. 2 wide receivers up top, 1 down low. And it's Forte in the backfield. Motion from Jonathan Spikes. And a flag comes in. Now, it comes from the side of Lake Catholic, so we'll wait and see what the flag is.
Man, it's still discussing. Oh, hello.
Yeah, so that's going to go against
Lake Catholic.
Yeah, it's going to go against the Cougars.
Offsides, possibly?
I don't think so. But I think it'll be a...
Maybe neutral zone infraction there, Pat?
Yeah.
Whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, that's going to make it a 2nd and 5, probably. Yeah, 2nd and 5.
Well, now, Pat, this kind of opens things up. 2nd and 5.
Iacampo's under center. Motion from Spikes. Forte in the backfield. Handoff to Caden Forte. hesitates a little bit, but again, just right into the pile. And I think 10, 12 guys in there.
I mean, they're doing a really nice job of stacking the box and understanding when the run's coming. That's a little bit. I mean, the Bengals haven't been wildly predictable, but I mean, enough enough for them to kind of have a beat.
And a long first drive now. I mean, you think Cougars basically got to stop. Got a roughing the kicker call on the punt. Bengals get the ball back. Slowly moving the ball down the field. They find a 3rd and 4 after a gain of 1. Forte now to the right of Gio Iacampo. The snap. Fake handoff. Iacampo rolls out to the right side. Pressure. He's just going to run it himself. This could be This could be close. They're going to be short. There was very good pressure by Michael Barnes, the junior, 6'3", 200. Was breathing down the neck of Gio Iacampo as he rolled out to that right side.
He did a nice job of getting some room, space, not taking a sack there. I mean, really nothing was open.
So now a 4th and 2, and the Bengals are staying on the field. Again, looking to set a tone in this game.
This is definitely a long 2, Pat. I mean, this is...
Yeah, it is. It looks long.
Definitely a long 2.
Yeah, it does. Oh, so they adjusted to 4th and 3. So that's why it would be a long 2. Hand off to Forte.
I don't think he got it.
He's going to be short.
Yeah. Yeah, he's short.
Yeah. Turnover on downs. And not short by much.
No, not at all, Pat, but 4th and 3, a run is definitely a tricky call there. But, I mean, I'll tell you what, as we got another look at that, Pat, I mean, that's a really nice... They're doing a great job against the run so far.
They've been prepared.
But, I mean, the Bengals just got to... If they could get... like we talked about in the pregame, if Gio could make those big throws, I mean, obviously a big 3rd down throw on that drive to Carlton, but, I mean, he's got to make those throws.
All right, Lake Catholic offense out there and a lot of motion now. The snap. Handoff and a short run does not go for very much. Now, the quarterback was number 18, Max Pisano. That's a sophomore quarterback, and they have a senior quarterback in Liam Coyne, and they also have a junior quarterback in Charlie Spy. So interesting that they have the sophomore starting. Now we
got 2 guys down. I think that's Tyrell O'Neal and
a player from each squad. That's number 58 for Lake Catholic. That's Connor Brugg, the junior, and Tyrell O'Neal looks to be in a lot of pain after that play. Lake Catholic didn't gain any yards, so it's 2nd and 10.
Well, so far we've seen 2 key Bengals go down, which is not great. Obviously, we talked about Tyrell O'Neal. He had a huge game, at 4.5 sacks or something along those lines last week, and he was a huge. I mean, he is a huge part of the defense, and it's not great when he goes down like that.
So we still wait out these injuries. It looks like it's just O'Neal down on the field now.
Sorry. That's not I mean, he's still down.
NECL recovering nicely. They're up 10-0 on Bedford.
Yep.
Nordonia 4-0. They're up 14-7 on 1-3 Solon. Brunswick and Shaker Heights, little rivalry there. They're tied at 7 as they're going to lift Tyrell O'Neal to his feet.
Oh, that does not look good.
Yeah. And we've seen now 2 injuries.
Yeah, and he can't even put any weight on that. That's not good. Wow. he can't. Max Lozier out there, too, to help him.
Yeah.
That's not promising.
No. So 2 injuries to start the game for Benedictine.
Yeah.
Ignatius at 0-4 is up 7-6 on Riverside. Riverside did score a touchdown. I saw that. So they must have missed the PAT, or they went for 2 trying to make a statement against Ignatius. But Ignatius really trying to avoid going 0-5 before coming into our matchup with them next week.
Well, I'll tell you what, though, Pat. I mean, that's not an 0-4 team. I mean, they played some really, really good teams.
Yeah, they played state championship caliber team Avon.
Ooh.
Oh, and trouble there, and that's going to be a big loss of yardage, and now a 3rd and long for Lake Catholic. And it's been a rough start for them offensively. And number 18, the sophomore quarterback, Max Pisano.
Yeah, some trouble on the snap
Yeah.
there. I mean, you would if you're the Bengals, you would love to get off the field quickly and put the offense right back out there. I mean, got to switch it up offensively if you're Benedictine. Obviously, both teams doing a nice job so far defensively.
Pisano's in shotgun formation. Motion here in front. The snap. Pisano to throw. The lefty quarterback slings it deep. He had a man, and it's caught. He's going to go all the way for a touchdown. Pete Malcheski, the senior wide receiver. And the Cougars are on the board first.
Wow, that's a really nice pitch and catch right there. And he was wide open. I mean, that's just like a kind of like a decoy wheel route that he just turned into it like a decoy flat, and he just ran straight up the field. Nobody even around.
The Bengals were on the heels of a stop.
Yeah.
And that is a heartbreaker to give up there when you were just about to get the ball back.
Yeah, not exactly what you want there, but.
So the Bengals will be playing from behind for the 2nd straight game and the 2nd game so far this season. A PAT for Lake Catholic. High snap, holding the kick is good. The kicker, number 10,
No good.
Joey Nagy.
That was no good.
Really?
No, I don't think he hit that, Pat. No. They were waving it off.
Okay, so that's my mistake. So it'll be just 6-0. Apologies on my part. But you got to wonder, too, because Joey Nagy, who's kicking for them, is a wide receiver. He's not listed as a kicker. Their kicker is Gavin Fredericks, number 80, and we're not seeing him. It's possible maybe there's a jersey thing going on. I know the Bengals have some different numbers with different jerseys, so that could be a possibility.
Maybe.
But after the missed PAT, this game is still tied. Not tied, but it is only 6-0.
Bengals got to come out. I mean, obviously we talked about it last week. They got off to a slower start, and this week kind of similar. So it'd be ideal if the Bengals can, fight back like they did last week. And I mean, obviously with Carlton, I mean he's still in the tent. We could see him from here, but
yeah,
you're without one of your better offensive weapons. You got to get other people involved, and obviously I like some of the other Bengals that Benedictine has.
Yeah,
or other weapons, rather.
Supposedly O'Neal is not over there, so maybe he is going to be okay.
He's on the bench, right behind that ref.
Okay. Yep, there you go. See, Luca's got a good eye, and he doesn't even have the binoculars.
Yeah. 20/20 vision, but I can't see short.
Yeah, I have 20/20 vision as well. Hope that lasts long. This return from Caden Forte is a good one up the middle. He breaks free. He's going to get all the way down to the 46, and a great return by Caden Forte. That is a momentum shifter, and that's exactly what the Bengals need.
That's a really good start. I mean, we see it again. I mean, he's not normally the returner. It's usually Reese.
Well, Reese was back to return, but the kick went to Forte. I mean, not a great kick. You saw it there in the replay. A line drive to Forte, and Forte made a nice return, got his good blocking, and the Bengals will be set up with a 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
And we'll see kind of what happens. We have not seen Jackson back into the game yet. I don't know if that we will see him today. It's not a guarantee, but.
Well, Corday Blair is out there right now O'Connell in the backfield as well. John Jones here on the near side. Iacampo talking to Spice on the far side. Runs back over. He'll line up under center. The snap by Iacampo. Hands it off here to Blair. Blair tries to go up that middle. He is going to get about 3 yards here on the play, but again, Lake Catholic doing a really nice job with the run stoppage. So it's a 2nd and 8. He actually got much less than I expected initially.
Yeah. But it looked like it was a bit more open in terms of running room.
Iacampo's going to line up in the shotgun this time. Jones here on the near side. I believe it's Reese on the far side. This handoff goes to Blair again. That's a much better run, and it's going to be a 3rd and short now for the Bengals offense.
And this is puts the Bengals in a really good spot because you could run the ball once and, maybe run the ball twice potentially or throw it once depending on what you want to do. It is, the way that we've seen the Bengals, be aggressive on these 4th downs early in the game, even later in the game. We'll see how they play this one.
Iacampo under center again. It's actually Xander Smith on the far side with Jones on the near side. And Blair in the backfield. Handoff goes to Corday Blair. He's going to find a hole in a 1st down. It's a nice run on 3rd and manageable. Keep the sticks moving.
Yeah, it's really nice nice pickup there. That's just what you need. You don't need the huge, 40-yard runs like we've been seeing, but, it's the 4, 5, 6-yard gains that really make a difference in the course of a game.
Iacampo in shotgun formation this time. O'Connell to his left, Blair to his right. Xander Smith on the far side. John Jones on the near side. Spikes out there at tight end. The snap to Iacampo. He's going to fire a bullet to Xander Smith, who gets flipped, but not before he picks up the 1st down. Lake Catholic said they wanted an incomplete pass there, but
that's an absolute laser. You see it right
absolutely.
Here, Pat. Man, he zipped that one in there. No, he caught that.
Absolutely. Yeah, look at them.
He caught that.
Yeah. But that's a really nice pickup from Xander Smith, and we saw a huge play with him last week. We saw a nice touchdown catch from him 2 weeks ago, and he's really providing for this Bengals offense. And it's kind of surprising we haven't seen Reese and Smith out there on offense so far.
Yeah, a little bit.
Another run with Blair.
There you go.
Decent little run for about 5 yards, 2nd down.
What you're saying, Pat, though, I think the Bengals really like what they see from Smith. He's been able to stretch the field a ton, and that 2-minute drill, obviously, and then, he's made a lot of plays that have been able to stretch the field and take shots with him just because of his size. He's a bigger guy, obviously a basketball player, and he has great length, and they love him on the outsides.
So a 2nd and 5 now for Benedictine. It'll be Iacampo under center, O'Connell and Blair in the backfield, Jones on the near side, Smith on the far side, continuing lining up the same way. This run again with Blair trying to bounce off. He is going to stay on his feet, and he's going to be close to the sticks. We'll see what the call is. 1st down, Benedictine.
That's a really nice run by Blair. He's bouncing off tackles left and right. You see it here. Looked like he was going to get drugged down maybe behind the line or just at the line, and he shrugged that one off, shrugged another one off.
And you saw a couple guys there were close. Number 57 for Lake Catholic, Nick Tyon, and Corday Blair, no problem. Let me just sneak right by you. Just over 3 minutes left in this 1st quarter of action. The Bengals knocking on the doorstep here now inside the red zone. Iacampo in shotgun, under center. Jones on the near side. Xander Smith on the far side. Handoff to Caden Forte. He's hit immediately. Big hit. But a Lake Catholic player down on the field now.
Man.
And I think that was the guy that applied the tackle.
Yeah. A couple guys in there.
And the Bengals actually lost a yard on that play. Tackle for loss from what I believe is that Lake Catholic player that's down on the field. As we look at it again, we'll try and identify. Yeah, it's number 21. He was in there. I don't think he was really the main, but Tristan Negrelli, the senior wide receiver, cornerback, and a lot of injuries so far in this game, and that's obviously not a good sign.
Yeah, a couple injuries so far we've seen from both teams, and you hate to see it. You never want to see a guy go down, as we said before, but yeah, better drive, though, for the Bengals here. Oh, he's getting up and running on his own power. Look at that.
Right.
There you go.
Okay, so the Bengals will face a 2nd and 11.
But a lot better drive from the Bengals so far we've seen.
Yeah.
Gio
They
looks
actually have
good
moved the
and-
football. The run game has done better. I know they
Yeah.
struggled at first. So a 2nd and 11. Iacampo lining up in the shotgun this time. He's got Forte to his left, O'Connell to his right, Xander Smith on the far side, and John Jones on the near side. Blair now behind Iacampo. Iacampo pump fake to the right side, throw to the left side,
Ooh.
and off out of the hands.
Pat Shea, I believe.
Yeah, I believe so, yes. Pat Shea, the intended receiver.
And
A
he-
pretty good pass, but just a tough ball to catch when you get that pressure.
And I
on
believe
you.
he had Smith pretty open there. No, you can't see it there. But he had him pretty open in the middle of the field. And
I mean, that's a tough play. You got
Yeah.
guys coming at you from both sides, but now the Bengals
yeah.
face a 3rd and 11.
And you are in field goal range. I don't think we've seen a
We have not
seen a
we have
Nate
not
Majors
seen
field goal
a
yet.
Nate Majors field goal attempt.
I don't think. Yeah, I was about to say I don't think
He's
I've
just
ever seen
kicked
it.
PATs, but he's been very good in that department.
Yep.
And the Bengals could settle for a field goal in this situation because, you got to think Lake Catholic missed that PAT. So 2 field goals could tie this game.
I think you would really like to see if you're Coach P and the Bengals. I think you would really want a touchdown here.
Well, that goes without saying.
but
They're going to hand this one off to Forte. He bounces towards the outside, cuts back in towards the inside. That's a good pickup. Get him closer if they want to try a field goal.
yeah,
It's going to be a 4th and probably 5 if
And-
I had to guess.
Yeah, here comes Majors out on the field.
Okay. Nate Majors, field goal try.
Did he get it? Yes.
The kick
yes,
is
he did.
good. Nate Majors drills the the field goal.
And that's a nice response there. Heck of a kick. Congrats to him. Is that his first ever field goal?
That would be his first ever varsity field goal.
Congrats to him.
Nate Majors continues to be so good for the Bengals.
Money Majors.
There it is.
Well, some signs of life from the Bengals. Obviously not a touchdown, but to get points on the board is big, especially with that missed PAT might be big. We saw that
Right.
be so big in the
Gilmore game.
yeah.
As we take a quick second here, are you hungry, Luca?
A little bit.
A little bit. Well, you can order from Pizzazz, located just 2 minutes from Don Shula Stadium. You can order their pizza by going to www.pizzazzpizza.com or call 216-321-7272 to order today. Again, that's 216-321-7272. Pizzazz Pizza, proud sponsor of Benedictine Athletics.
I tell you what, Pat, last year when I wasn't announcing, me and my guy Ryan Wintrick would go over there. Their pizza is pretty darn good. I'll tell you what.
Well, the official Friday Night Lights sponsor tonight, and we really appreciate their support.
Yeah. They do a nice job over there, Pat.
Yeah,
They really do.
so make sure, or maybe in the future, if you can't do it tonight, order some pizza for your game day experience. That's a really nice kickoff from Majors. It's going to be taken in deep by Lake Catholic and a solid return with just about a minute and a half left in this quarter.
And Pat, still no sign of Tyrell O'Neal. I think he's still on the bench here. Not ideal. I think he's made his way into the into the medical tent there.
Yes. All right, here we go. The snap and a handoff and a decent run. They're going to keep pushing the pile. It's going to give them about 7 yards.
I'll tell you what, Pat, that 34, who is that? I'm not even going to attempt that last name. I don't want to butcher it.
Let me see. Danny Zmorowski.
Oh,
I remember I was doing this sheet earlier this week, and that was one that I kept replaying in my head. I was like, I can't mess this one up, and I just stuttered. So,
but he's a big guy. I mean,
Zmorowski,
6'2", 215. I mean,
yeah. Pisano shotgun formation sends a guy in motion towards the outside. Another handoff to the big running back, pushing towards the near side. That should get them the first down, and it will. Well, actually, hold on. No, they're going to be.
No, they'll push it.
Okay,
Yeah,
all right.
They'll move chain.
And that running back, I mean, yeah.
He's a big dude.
6'1", 215. He looks bigger than that.
Yeah, he does look a little bigger than that, Pat. But it's that outside run. I don't know if you remember this, Pat, but this is a little bit of a this is a niche ref right here, Pat.
Okay.
But Hudson, 2 years ago in the playoffs, had a guy like that.
Yeah.
And he was pretty
going
similar.
on the run. That's
that
picked off! Kelly Donnelly picks it off! There it is!
Nice play. That's a really, really nice play right there.
Kellen Donnelly! Throwing on the run, showing signs of GOI Campo, if you know what I mean. Kellen Donnelly over the shoulder catch.
I don't think the wide receiver ever really saw it.
Kellen Donnelly with his first interception of the season. I chat with him every once in a while. I say, when are we seeing the pick, Kellen? And he's been promising it, and there it is. So that's huge. You wish you would have done it last week, right? I mean, against
he had that big sack
his old squad. Yeah,
called back for no reason. But anyways, moving on.
So the Bengals offense with now another chance here at the end of the first quarter, looking to either tie or take the lead after a big defensive play by Kellen Donnelly. Campo under center. A pitch to Corday Blair. Now on the outside, a good run. And that'll get him about halfway there, second down.
And you really got to love his burst of speed. I mean, he does a really nice job.
Yeah.
Hitting the outside. And
So we see Antoine Smith out there as well now.
I haven't seen a ton of him.
Yeah, right. So we'll have to see who the wide receivers are. Jones still out there on the field.
And I don't know if you could see over there in the medical tent, but Luke Carlton on crutches now.
Oh, that's a shame.
That's not promising, but
so it's Antoine Smith and Tremel Reese on the far side, and John Jones on the near side. Blair running back under center is Campo. Motion from Spike's handoff to Blair. Blair tries to punch it towards that outside, and he breaks free a little bit there, making more out of that than he really had, and that's going to give the Bengals a 3rd and short.
And I'll tell you what, Pat, he does a really nice job breaking off tackles. I mean, his speed and his strength really serve him well.
So now it's a 3rd and 2. And this is a big play here. I think, I do think the Bengals go for it at this point in the game, a spot on the field, if they don't pick it up. But that is going to take us to the end of the first quarter from Don Shula Stadium. Your score, Benedictine 3, Lake Catholic 6. You're watching the Benedictine Sports Broadcasting Network. All right, welcome back to Don Shula Stadium. Your score, Lake Catholic 6, Benedictine 3. We flip sides of the field. Benedictine now trying to score on the end zone to our right. Campo, he's going to bring Corday Blair to his right. Motion from Jonathan Spikes. The snap, hand off to Blair, and he is wrapped up, but he gets away from it for the first. And we were just saying, Luca, what a job by Corday Blair breaking tackles. He was wrapped up for a tackle for loss there, but he picked up that huge first down.
I mean, Pat, he was dead to rights. I mean, look at that. Ooh, and he shrugs him off. That's a.
And how does number 51 there on that play? That's going to be Zach. Oh, that's even tougher of a last name.
Jeez.
Pavishil, we'll go with. How does he not take him down there? I mean,
I don't know. I mean, it looked like he bounced off of. I think he bounced off one of the O linemen of the Bengals. Maybe stopped his momentum a little bit, just gave Corday a little bit of an edge, but he's a slippery back.
Motion from Spikes again. Campo hands it off to Blair again.
The ball's on the ground.
I think the Bengals were able to fall on it.
Yeah.
And maybe a pickup of 1 yard. Lake Catholic coaches think they have the ball. I don't know about that. Flags everywhere.
That's going to be.
It looks like there was some trouble after the play.
That should be on. I don't know who that's on.
Clearly something was said because all of a sudden 2 flags came in out of nowhere.
Yeah, that's going to be on Blair, I think. Oh, on both.
Yeah.
All right. Oh wow, is it just on? It's just on Lake Catholic.
No, he pointed both ways.
Oh, did he? I didn't see the first.
He did. He went like he put both arms out. So yeah.
Oh,
right
no,
there.
No, it's just on Lake.
Okay. Well.
Oh my God.
Whatever, but it's gonna be an automatic first.
That really
down.
moves him down there.
I think what happened was something happened after the play there.
Yeah, no, they definitely because Blair looked up. It was, I mean, look, maybe he got hit. We didn't really get a good angle at it, Pat, but.
So the Bengals knocking on the doorstep again, just outside of the red zone at the 25-yard line. Campo in the shotgun. He brings Corday Blair to his right. Trips on the far side, nobody on the near side. Motion now from Antoine Smith.
Ooh.
Ball's free.
Lake
Catholic gets it back.
Wow. Not what you want, Pat.
That is tough. You saw the motion from Smith and just all over the place, falling on there. And there's number 51 again, Zach Pavishil. And Lake Catholic is getting the ball back, and that is unfortunate. The Bengals were really, they were already in field goal range, I believe, and a chance there for them. And now all of a sudden it's going the other way. And it sucks to not be able to capitalize off of that big play by Kellen Donnelly.
Yeah, it really does, Pat. And it's the mistakes that's killing the Bengals so far today.
But what we're seeing, and we saw it coming in, these are very 2 evenly matched teams, is a big tackle. O'Connell in there, Marquise Norman as well.
And O'Connell's been a huge impact player so far today with tackles for loss and being in the backfield a ton.
Running the ball there, we've seen him as well as number 24, Michael Valentino.
And we have a bit of an injury update on Luke Carlton. It's possibly an ACL or MCL strain.
All right,
so
well.
I don't think he'll be returning for tonight.
And that's a shame.
Shout out Will Milan, got the info for us.
High snap and some trouble. Take it down.
Wow. And there's Gabe Dolan.
Gabe Dolan with a huge tackle for loss.
And that's really big. That pins him down really far back, Pat.
Gabe Dolan, how about that? Getting through, making a big tackle for loss. That makes it 3rd and 12. 25. So now it's Pisano in shotgun formation. He throws quick to this near side. Bengals are going to get there and wrap him up. And there's Will Eschke.
And wrapped him up. That's a really nice play. If he doesn't get him there, he might He might have gone for the first down.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. And so now that's a huge way to bounce back off of the turnover.
You watch him there, Pat, tracking the ball the whole time, and he just cut off there. It's a really nice play by him and John Jones.
So now Lake Catholic to punt, and the Bengals are going to get the football back.
And so far, Pat, another defensive affair.
And as I was saying, this is a matchup of two very good teams, and they are showing how evenly matched they are. That's going to be
Catholic's got the ball again.
Football.
Wow.
Oh, man. And it's the costly mistakes in this game.
Ball still, I don't know.
I think the ref already pointed the way of Lake Catholic.
Yeah, but... Yeah. Get the football.
Wow.
And that just... That cannot happen. So, the defense gets off the field 2 times in a row and 2 fumbles. So that's a killer right there.
Here we go. First down, Lake Catholic. Swing of momentum. Pisano sends a man in motion. He's going to roll out towards this near side. Pressure. Pisano's going to run it himself. He's got a lane. Spikes try to get there. He is going to trip him up, but a pickup of about 5. Second down. And a dual threat quarterback in Pisano. He's been really good for Lake Catholic.
That's a nice play design and gives him a ton of run.
Ton
of room.
The sophomore, he's standing at 5'11", 175, and he's been really good for the Cougars.
Yeah. Obviously demoralizing. The Bengals can't let their foot up on the gas pedal on defense, so.
2nd and 4, shotgun again, and a handoff this time to the big man towards the far side. And, yeah,
wow.
Bengals having trouble taking him down. He is.
A little bit there, Pat. That's a nice rally to the football there, though. And that's he's going to be short.
Is going to be just short, so 3rd and short. It's going to be, no, actually, he didn't get much there. It might be a 3rd and 4. And eventually, I guess, taken down there, pushed out of bounds. He never really came down.
Yeah.
So now another it's a 3rd and 2. Another situation for the Bengals with a chance to get a big stop. We know the Lake Catholic's kicking game hasn't been.
Ooh, the ball's out.
Yeah, the ball's loose, so that's going to be 4th down. Pisano just had a fall on it.
I think they'll keep him out there, though, Pat. I can't imagine they're taking him out.
Yeah. And, boy, everybody's having trouble with snaps out here. You'd think it's raining.
Yeah. It's like 4th and a little more medium now. But I feel like if you're Lake Catholic, you'd still probably run the ball. You can pass the ball, too. So it's a tougher down for Benedictine as opposed to a 3rd and really short or a 3rd and really long.
So here we go. A 4th and now 4. They're going to try a run with the big guy, trying to find the outside. I think the Bengals got him. This is going to be close.
He didn't get it, Pat.
And the Bengals defense coming through again.
That's just a really, really nice job. And, they're playing really great.
And I think it was O'Connell. And, you can't even be surprised.
No, he's been so effective. Obviously, everybody talks about Tyrell O'Neal because, D1 commit. But, Sean O'Connell has been every bit as good. And, him and Spikes have been the anchors of this defense so far this year. So now a 1st down for Benedictine. It's Iacampo. And Lake Catholic, there was some movement there, but no flag thrown. Iacampo in the shotgun.
Smith and Reese on the near side. Jones on the far side. Handoff here. It's going to be Caden Forte towards the south side. Sheds a tackle. Gets a block, and he picked up about 5 yards.
It's a nice run
Second
there.
down.
And he bounced that outside pretty immediately and does a nice job shrugging off one
Yeah.
tackle and
Yeah.
fighting for the extra yardage there.
They only give him 3 yards. 2nd and 7.
Yep, yep.
And the Bengals, it's a shame. They were moving the ball really fast, really well there at the right before they fumbled the football, but you hope that they can keep that up here. I can't on the shotgun again with Forte in the backfield. Now it's 2 up top and only 1 down low in Antoine Smith. Campo looks to throw. He's going to go over the top, but he overthrew, intended for John Jones, and now a 3rd and 7.
And not exactly what you want. I mean, obviously pretty obvious passing down, and we've seen the Bengals have a little bit of trouble with this last week when they get into these long down situations. Obviously, they did a really nice job managing it, but I mean, it makes it tough because Lake Catholic could bring a ton of pressure here because they almost know 99% sure you're going to pass the ball here.
Definitely wouldn't put anything past the Bengals here. I mean, we've seen runs on 3rd and long before.
Yeah, we have.
We have whistles here. We'll wait and see.
Maybe
Good.
Coach B heard us talking in the booth here.
Yeah. A timeout taken. It's going to be a Benedictine timeout. So that's their first. They still have 2 remaining. Like Catholic has all 3.
And with the timeout, we'd like to tell you about our campus tours. Take a deeper look into the beautiful campus of Benedictine High School during this fall's campus tours. On October 1st from 5:30 to 7, you could see all that Benedictine has to offer. Visit cbhs.edu/admissions for more information. You know, Pat, I love doing those now. You know, a little nerve-wracking the first time, but I
You've
don't mind
settled
doing
in.
this. I've settled in, Pat. I've settled in.
And I wish I would have known the amount of pressure I was putting on you. I didn't know it was such a hassle for you.
Oh, okay, Pat. No problem, no problem. Interesting play coming up here, Pat. 3rd down, Pat. What are they going to do? Biggest play of the game so far.
Here we go. Campo under center. The snap. He's going to fake a handoff. Campo to throw. He has to roll out to that far side. He has nowhere to go, but he's going to run it himself.
He's got it.
He's got the first down.
Ooh.
Ooh, it actually might be close.
I think he's got it.
The refs were standing in 2 different spots. No, he does not.
Oh, wow.
4th down, and now it gets tricky.
Well, let's see where he goes out here, Pat. This is a really nice job by Campo here. Just get out of the pocket and make it really close. But, all right, we got a slow-mo on it. He goes out? He stepped
right
out.
there, and that's unfortunate, but
41.5. That's a pretty good.
it's
That's a
gonna
pretty
be
good spot right there.
4th and inches.
I think you go for it here, Pat.
Oh, absolutely. They are going for it.
I wouldn't waste a timeout trying to hard count. If you're gonna hard count, I'd just take the delay game because you can't afford to waste 2 timeouts on one series. So early in the half, at least.
4th and inches. Campo under center. Oh, a little QB sneak. Let's see.
He should get it.
You'd think that.
He's still on his feet,
Oh,
Pat.
what?
Oh, wow!
Where did that come from? I thought the play was over, but the
I
Bengals
did
pick up
too.
about 15 yards. What in the world happened? How about that from the
Wow.
offensive line?
Could we get another look at that here, Pat?
There it
I
is.
don't. He. I mean, obviously.
I mean,
never
we
goes down.
thought the play was over. Campo was still standing through all that. Lake Catholic diving in, offensive line, still pushing. How about that? Max Lozier
Wow.
right at the front of it all.
I mean, that's a heck of a push up there, Pat. He might have got
Unbelievable.
10 yards doing that.
I know.
Wow. And that really changes things.
So the Bengals have flipped the field. They're now at the 49 of the Cougars. Time not a factor yet. Just over 5 minutes left to go. All right, Campo under center. It's Corday Blair in the backfield. correction, that's Forte. Campo fakes the handoff to Forte. He's going to throw on the run deep for John Jones. A lot of contact.
Did he? Oh, no.
It is going to fall incomplete. Almost looked like Lake Catholic had a hand on it there, but really good coverage on that play.
Yeah, I don't hate that play, though, Pat. I mean, why not take a little bit of a shot down the field? I mean, that's a pretty... Yeah, we get another look at it, Pat. It's not a bad ball. I mean, that's a pretty darn good ball for being on the run like that. And what Lake Catholic has done a really nice job of so far is they've done a great job of covering the flat with spikes. I mean, they almost always have a linebacker or an overhang or a safety, what have you, down there. And it's really closed up a lot of doors for the Bengals.
So a 2nd and 10 now. Forte in the backfield with Campo under center. 2 wide receivers up top, 1 down low. Pitch to Forte. Forte is going to stay on his feet and keep running down that far side. He might be close to a first. Let's see the ruling.
Should be a
First down.
Yep.
That's a great run.
Yeah, it's a really nice run. And that's, I mean, they love to run this pitch to the outside where you got guys pulling and whatnot. And, I mean, his burst, his speed to the outside really makes a difference. And, I mean, the blocking up front after the first drive has been really, really great.
Mm-hmm. And the Bengals have found kind of their identity with the run game.
Yeah.
So a fresh set of downs. The Bengals find themselves at the 40. That's not right. The scoreboard says the 49. It's going to be the 39, actually, of Lake Catholic. Campo looks towards the sideline, comes back. He's in the shotgun. Forte in the backfield. The snap. And Caden Forte's not going far on that play.
He'll lose one.
2nd down.
Maybe a little bit confusion at the line. I think Coach Peak maybe called some type of check to Campo, and they had to kind of rush it a little bit, but nonetheless.
2nd and 11. Oh my goodness, look at this. We've got a guy in a ketchup costume and a guy in a mustard costume right below us. They're selling hot dogs on the go.
They're selling hot dogs.
I assume they're John Carroll students, but I love the costume. Campo. Flags come in.
False start.
Full start against
Offense.
Benedictine. So it's going to make it a tough 2nd and 15. Well, 16.
That
See what the Bengals can draw up here.
makes things a little more tough.
Campo in the shotgun. Forte in the backfield again. Wide receivers tight to the line. Forte to the right of Campo. He's going to fake a handoff, roll towards the near side. Pump fake. He's going to be sacked.
Wow. That's going to be a loss of a mile. And I think Lake Catholic called that timeout there, Pat.
Number 8, Michael Barnes with a big tackle for loss.
Hesitation right there, Pat.
Yeah.
Well, Pat, that makes things a little more difficult. If you're Benedictine. Yeah. And that might be 3rd and like 30.
Yeah, they don't
oh
even know. They haven't put 29. That's the official.
Hey.
3rd and 29.
Well, we were playing The Price is Right. I went over, so I lost. Good show, Pat. Great show.
Well, we were talking about a pregame. Luca said previously that he has had a bit of a stuffy nose.
Yeah, I know, Pat. It's
for
gone
like the
now.
whole football season. Luca
Let's
has
go.
finally recovered.
Yep. Until later tonight, and I get a stuffy nose. So.
And there was a little bit of a rain delay I saw, but the Guardians, they're in the middle of a little playoff chase right now. But
yeah.
Bo Naylor with an RBI single, 2-0. The Guardians lead the Twins, and you'll have to see it.
Yeah, well, they're gonna rip my heart out again this year, so
I hope not.
I try not to.
You hope
try not to
not.
get involved.
But the Guardians breathing down the Tigers' neck in the Central Division at this point, coming off of a sweep of them. And they play 3 more with them later this year. All right, here we go. 3rd and a mile. Motion from Tremel Reese. They're going to hand it off to Caden Forte. And on the outside, he's going to get, a decent pickup, but it doesn't really matter because it's going to be 4th and still very long.
Well, I think that gives it's an easier punt from there. You don't have to give so much of a boot. That's a really nice run, though. I mean, it's just stinks that it's like a little too late,
So now 2 minutes and 17 seconds on a 4th and 19 after a gain of 10. Just got to basically hold Lake Catholic. You got to remember they get the football to start the next half.
Yeah. Even if you allow them to get a field goal here, you still feel all right about.
Yeah. Majors almost deflected again. Is that roughing the kicker again? No call. There was contact. That's going to be huge.
That's going to be a really nice punt.
Rolling down to the 5.
Inside the 5 pad. That's still going.
To the 4. And a good job by Nate Majors.
That's a heck of a punt.
And he was hit there late. No call. And it'll be a first down for Lake Catholic at their own 4-yard line.
That one was a bit less egregious, I would say, Pat, but definitely still a little bit of contact there. I think they're gonna let him play a little bit.
And I know the freshman football final was 6-2, so already we're doing better than that.
That's a dog fight, Pat.
Well, the Bengals came out on top, although there was a safety in that game. Bengals maybe in some safety range here.
Oh.
All right, here we go, and I think we have a different quarterback out there, a high snap and a handoff. Decent run to get them away from their own end zone. Out there was number 9, Liam Coyne. That's the senior quarterback. He's going to run out off the field now just to talk to his coach, and he's back out there. So a quarterback switch for Lake Catholic, and that's interesting. They go with the veteran senior quarterback in Coyne. A 2nd and 4, the snap, Coyne hands it off again. Lake Catholic is going to
I think he got the first.
Probably get the first down.
Yeah.
Yes, they do. But again, they're running out of time here.
Yeah, not a ton of time left on the clock, I think.
Like, I honestly don't think that they'll be able to get into field goal range unless they have a really big play.
Yeah, well, I think a lot of it, their game plan was to get out of the back of their own end zone, because even if you punt, that's a really tough punt from.
And I don't think Lake Catholic's necessarily trying to score here. I think they're just going to take this to the half, because they're not using their timeouts. As a little check down here.
Screen. Oh wow. Wow.
Big hit.
Oh!
They're going to get John Jones with a flag. I don't know about that.
He got popped going out of bounds. I don't know how I feel about that one, Pat.
Yeah, I don't know either.
You can't just let the guy bail. All right, we got another look at this one. This is a really nice right at the catchy. One guy comes down.
I mean, I think
is he running out? Is he completely defenseless?
The refs saying that?
No.
It's a targeting helmet to helmet
What?
contact. I think that's what the call is. I mean, helmet to helmet contact there.
I don't know how I feel about that one, Pat. That's a little dicey.
But I don't think that's unnecessary roughness, just because he wasn't really out of bounds when Jones made the play.
No, and I don't really think that's roughing I don't think that's targeting either.
Yeah,
Pat.
I think
it's not.
Well, it would. I don't know what the rules are in high school, but I assume Jones would not be on the field if that was the case.
Yeah, I think so too, Pat. Bengal timeout.
All right, touchdown or timeout, Benedictine. Big difference.
A little bit.
Big difference. That is the Bengals' second timeout.
Well, Pat, let me tell you about the Benedictine's Fall Open House.
Please do.
Benedictine's Fall Open House is on November 2nd. The event begins with Mass at 10 a.m. in the Abbey Chapel, followed by the open house at 11. Come see all Benedictine has to offer. Visit cbhs.edu/admissions for more information.
And they wanted to shout out again in the admissions office. I feel like they're saying it every week. Mr. Mike Stracula and then Mr. Brian McLaughlin and Mr. Brian Stevenson do an incredible job
They do a
in
nice
the
job.
admissions office. I mean, we got a big freshman class putting together all these events.
Yeah, no, they do
We
a
have our
really great
youth
job.
night currently in progress.
Yeah, and I mean they're the nicest guys in the world, man.
Yeah.
They're great dudes in there. I like walking by, seeing the Pat McAfee show on the screen. Yeah, it's sweet.
Yes.
It's electric. But no, they're good dudes, and they do a really nice job. I worked the open house last year, and I'll tell you what, it's just so, it's a little exciting when, it's like, this is like the next generation of Bengals,
and you're playing an impact on that.
And you're like, because I remember when I came to the open house, I remember the guys that were there, and it's cool to be remembered as that, Pat?
All right, it's going to be 31 seconds for the Cougars to work with. Faked handoff, Coin to throw. He's going to go towards this near side, but that pass very short, intended for Pete Malcheski. He had the touchdown earlier in the game on that huge completion over the top, but that's going to set Lake Catholic up now with 26 seconds left and a 2nd and 10.
And I'll tell you what, Pat, he was pretty wide open there. Not a ton of people and not a ton of Bengals in sight.
And he could have found out of bounds too for a pickup and a stoppage of clock.
Yep.
And it is feeling like fall. The wind coming in now.
It is a little bit bad. It is a little bit.
Coin and shotgun formation here. Motion. Another rough snap. And he's going to have so much space to run. He could potentially get them in field goal range. Sprinting towards the outside, getting out of bounds with 17 seconds left, 18 seconds left.
And they have all 3 timeouts, by the way.
And all of a sudden, it seems as if Lake Catholic now has a chance to score before the half, which we really didn't think, because there's another look and just so much green grass in front of William Coin.
Yeah. And, I mean, that kind of tends to happen when when they have so many deep shots and guys and the secondary moving out, there's really nobody in the middle of the field. So, I mean, that's a really nice job of recognizing that, obviously, too.
Still outside of field goal range, 18 seconds, and a fresh set of downs for Lake Catholic. Coin is going to try and sling it here. He's going to go deep. He's got Malcheski again. It's picked off!
That's big. That's
Antoine
really big.
Smith.
That's a huge play right there, Pat. I mean, that stops him from scoring after half. Now you could knee it and go into the locker room only down by 3. And all things considering, that was a really nice ball by him, but he got rocked by Spikes. And
double coverage and a nice over-the-shoulder catch by Antoine Smith for the pick. And Luca, I'm just noticing here on the other side, we've got our old your position. We've got Jacob Sheen.
Hey, what's going on?
Jacob Sheen is back in the booth here tonight. So
he's taking my spot in the second half. I get to go home.
9 seconds left here in the quarter.
That's really big, though. I mean, only being down 3 considering.
And especially when Lake Catholic had so much momentum, it really felt like they were going to score.
And they had a ton of opportunities, too. But Bengals defense, aside from the one big play, have played really, really well.
So the Bengals take a knee. That will take us to halftime in a defensive battle. Feeling like the Padua game where the score is Lake Catholic 6 and Benedictine 3. Lake Catholic will start with the football in the second half. But until then, we're going to send it to our ad break, and then we'll come back for the marching bands and our first half analysis. You're watching the Benedictine Sports Broadcasting Network.
Ladies and gentlemen, now taking the field, your Lake Catholic High School Cougar Pride Marching Band. The band is led by Drum Major Joshua Skunda, Assistant Drum Major Mary Kate Heaver, Color Guard Captain Gigi Benz, Majorette Bella Buchanan, and Dance Team Captains Maddie Little and Ava Passarell. Tonight, we invite you to step into a world of mystery, power, and passion. A journey through sound and color, where black is more than just a hue, it's an emotion. This is Shades of Black. We open tonight's show with the haunting strains of Painted Black by the Rolling Stones. Continues with the title track of AC/DC's hit 1980 album, Prepare to be Electrified by Back in Black. We will conclude our show today with a Michael Jackson tune that is meant to inspire hope and unity. Please enjoy Black or White. Let's hear it for the Cougar Pride Marching Band. On behalf of Director Adam Peisel, we'd like to thank everyone, administration, faculty, parents, alumni, and students for your continued support. Go Cougars!
Under the direction of Miss Hannah Whitfield, Assistant Director Laura Brown, State Director J.L. Senior Band Captain Cameron Shula, Huggins, and Paul Karabowski. We are proud to present the 2025 Benedictine High School Marching Band. Ladies and gentlemen, love is in the air, and it's gotta be soul. The Benedictine Band invites you to feel the smooth sound, the heartfelt grooves, and the classic soul and disco legends with our theme entitled Soul and Love. We open tonight with the masterpiece that topped the charts in 1969 and launched the legendary career of Mr. Michael Jackson. Here's I Want You Back by the Jackson 5. The classic that was released in 1964 with smooth harmonies, sweet lyrics, and that unforgettable opening bass line. My Girl, written by Mr. Smokey Robinson, became the Temptations' first #1 hit on the Billboard Top Hot 100. Enjoy this timeless charm. My Girl by the Temptations. show tonight with an anthem of unstoppable devotion and timeless soul. There ain't no mountain high enough, which originally recorded by Mr. Marvin Gaye and Tammy Terrell in 1967. It made an iconic again by the one and only Miss Diana Ross. With love that has no limit, two voices remind us of that ain't no mountain high enough, ain't no valley low enough. No river can keep us truly away. Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, your Benedictine Bengal marching band. Get up on your feet and give it up for the band with the fight song.
Welcome back to Don Shula Stadium. Your halftime score: Lake Catholic 6 and Benedictine 3. Welcome back to Don Shula Stadium. Alongside Luca Bucci, I'm Patrick Lloyd. Luca, it's been a dogfight defensively so far.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, not a ton of offense production, but you really got to like the way the Benedictine Bengals are playing defense, and there's definitely opportunities. I mean, they're moving the ball down the field. It just capitalizing is where they got to work on.
Well, we've seen a lot of turnovers in this game so far too, and they've been big momentum swingers. So we'll have to see, who's going to get the turnovers in this half that really make the difference in this game. We saw a missed PAT. That could be huge. For sure. And it changes it from a 4-point game to a 3-point game, and the Bengals could potentially tie this game with a field goal. Lake Catholic does get the ball at half, which does change things a little bit because the Bengals have to play defense again, which it feels like they've been on the field the whole game. Right. But they've done a really nice job, and they're going to have to do that to start this half. Don't want Lake Catholic to pull away.
Yeah, for sure. And even if the Bengals allow a field goal here, you still feel pretty decent about yourself because it is only a one-score game.
All right. Well, I mean, a big half coming up, a really big half in terms of, finding the identity of these teams. We said it at the beginning of the game. We knew it was going to be an evenly matched game, and it's been nothing but that so far.
Yeah, for sure, Pat.
Again, offense just kind of have to find their identity a little bit.
Yeah.
The run game looked bad on the first drive, but after that, it's been pretty solid. The Bengals got set back. They're going to have to keep the penalties under control. We've seen a lot of that, and we've seen injuries in this game, too. Tyrell O'Neal and Luke Carlton out for at least tonight, so those are big losses.
For sure. I mean, when you look at the D-line, it's kind of anchored by O'Neal and O'Connell. Obviously, O'Connell's being able to step up, and you really like the production from the younger guys and more inexperienced guys. Micah Smith, we've been talking about it feels like all season, but he's done a really nice job again tonight. And that's when the linebackers have to step up and make sure you're getting the pressure and you're not allowing so much in the run game. But, I mean, it's a big loss. And then you look on, the offensive side with Luke Carlton. He's been one of the better, obviously weapons that the Bengals have. And it stinks that he's out for the game, maybe even longer. But that's when you like to see these younger guys. Xander Smith has done a really nice job stretching the ball down the field. And you'd like Antoine Smith to get really involved because we know his... And
even what we saw last week that we've seen a very minimal sample size of this week is Jonathan Spikes.
Yeah.
The Bengals utilized him really well last week. Haven't really used him much this week, and that's been a problem, because he helps move the ball so much. So we're going to turn it around and get ready for the second half of action.
Mm-hmm. So the Cougars will receive to start the second half, which is, like we mentioned, a little important.
Right. Lake Catholic with a nice little student showing here in this game as well, and we're ready for the second half of action. Nate Majors to get us underway. Majors, the source of the Bengals, only 3 points tonight off of a 31, I believe, yard field goal, and a run kick taken in.
Ooh.
Fumbled. We have whistles.
He fair catch. He fair caught it.
Oh, he fair caught it. There we go. Okay.
Not terrible starting field position, but not obviously. It's a long field goal for the Cougars. And if you're the Cougars, I think you kind of feel like it. It sucks a little bit that you weren't able to capitalize at the end of the break there, or at the end of the half. Not a costly interception, but you could have threw it a little. They had all 3 timeouts. They could have threw it more intermediate route and possibly have gotten a field goal, and then you come into this drive and all you really need is a field goal and it's a 2-score game. So maybe a missed opportunity, maybe not.
But an incredible job by Antoine Smith getting the pick there. And also, you got to think about Donnelly and Smith with picks so far in this game.
Are we re-kicking it? Pat, we're going to see a re-kick here.
Interesting.
Wow.
They might have started before the refs were ready for it.
Could have been.
So Majors to kick off again, I guess.
Deja vu.
Indeed. And we are underway again.
Ooh.
This is going to take a bounce over the head of Lake Catholic. They have trouble with it. They just have to fall on it right around the 10-yard line. And here we go.
And that's a
really
huge. Nice start.
With Lake Catholic starting with the football, pinning them back there is big.
I mean, a 90-yard drive is no small task, and I mean, you know, obviously they were able to get themselves out of a jam their last drive, and their run game has been really, really effective. But I would really like to see the Bengals get some pressure here, and if they do get a punt or 4 and out or whatever it may be, I mean, it's a really tough punt out of your own end zone. You don't have a ton of room to work with. They go right back to it. Wow.
Okay, so we had, apologies, we had some confusion here. Of course, I guess right now is the prime time for a Windows update. So 2 of our computers were restarting. I know you guys probably couldn't notice that, but we're just trying to get that figured out, get those back up and running. But we got it figured out, so that's good. Obviously, Will Lloyd was the big guy for figuring all that stuff out, and he's not here, so we got it sorted out. A 2nd and 6. Handoff here. Good run. First down, Lake Catholic.
Wow. And their run game really has been really, really effective. I mean, I mentioned it before, but, you know, they've been running at will, really. And, I mean, really sucks the Bengals can't really neutralize this.
We saw the starting quarterback back out there again in Max Pisano. Another, loopy snap as he's just going to try and throw it over there. That's a risky play as John Jones was over there.
Yeah.
And we have a flag that came in on the play.
Not sure what that was all about there. I was a little bit... Coach P doesn't look too happy.
And penalty flags have really played an impact in this game.
Yeah, for sure. I'm not... Is it going to be... Oh, okay. Mr. Devers allowing some... Giving us some clarity there. Couldn't really see the...
Mr. Devers, you know, his ball knowledge is more than you'd expect.
Yeah.
We'll have to get him on for a halftime segment. He should talk about his fantasy team. Tells me about it sometimes. But, yeah, definitely a big football guy down there at the other end of the desk. As a designed run here. Decent pickup, maybe 3 yards for Lake Catholic, and now it's a 3rd down.
And it'd be huge if the Bengals could get off the field here. I mean...
And I don't know how much. They gave maybe, 3 yards.
Yeah. But that's a nice rally to the football. It's obviously not going to take only one guy to take him down. So...
Okay, only a 2-yard gain. 3rd and 8. Big chance here on a 3rd and long to get the stop. Pisano in shotgun formation. Bunch of wide receivers down low. He's going to roll out quickly here to this near side. Throw complete. They're short of the first down, but it was complete to number 14. That's Pete Malcheski. He scored the touchdown in the first half on that first drive for Lake Catholic. And now it's decision time for Lake Catholic, and they're going to bring on the punt unit. And this is a 4th and 1. I'm thinking if this was, this was the Bengals, I wouldn't be surprised if they were going for it, but Lake Catholic is going to decide to punt here.
I wouldn't be surprised if we saw maybe some type of fake or some type of hard count here. 'Cause, I mean, it is only 4th and 1, and you don't feel terrible about yourself, even if you don't get it here. Oh, no, they're actually going to punt it. Wow.
All right. And it's going to go over
That's
the
gonna
head
be
of
a
Tremel
really
Reese.
nice
That's going
punt.
to pin
Wow.
Benedictine back at about their own 10-yard line. They're going to have a long field in front of them. And the way both offenses have been playing, you feel like this game might even be won on the defensive side of the ball. We could see a pick six or a
for
fumble,
sure.
scoop, and score that changes the complexity of this game.
No, for sure, Pat. But I would like to see what the Bengals adjustment-wise make to come out of this half. Obviously, a really long field ahead, but still a good amount of breathing room. I mean, it's not like you're on the 2-yard line. You still got a good 10, 15, they're on their 14 and a half, 13 and a half, whatever. But I don't think you. I think you almost let it loose a little bit, kind of open up the playbook a tad.
So pin back deep. Got to look at the monitor here. Campo in shotgun formation. He's got 2 guys in the backfield. This is a handoff. It's not going for very much. That's Caden Forte.
And we've seen flashes of it, but we haven't seen a ton of Campo so far today. I mean, here and there, but nothing like we saw last week, really.
And Massillon up 21-7 on St. Ed's. I took Ed's in that game. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, did you now?
But Massillon coming out, and looks like they're gonna take that one. It's the 4th quarter. We'll see what Ed's is capable of. Mentor beat Medina 49-0.
Wow.
Wow. A lot of surprises this week as Campo's going to fake the handoff. He's going to throw quick, and it's complete to Sean O'Connell. He's going to be just short of the first, if not getting it.
That's
Sean
a really nice
O'Connell
play.
with a nice pickup.
I mean, that's usually we see spikes in the flat like that, but Sean O'Connell is very underrated after the catch, I have to say. I mean, he does a really nice job breaking off tackles, really big body, and shrugs off one, shrugs off two. He low-key does get popped at the end of this play. But that's a really nice run. Move the sticks there. Simple plays like that really win football games.
Maple Heights and South tied at 0 in the 4th quarter. That's pretty, I don't know how accurate that is, but that's crazy. And Ignatius and Riverside in a dogfight. 3rd quarter of action, Ignatius leads 24-20.
Yep.
All right, it's going to be a fresh set of downs for Benedictine. Campo's under center. The snap. He's going to hand it off here. And again,
Nothing much.
Kind of showing signs of what it was like at the beginning of the game when the Bengals struggled to run the ball. That was with Forte again and just not much going there.
A little bit. I think to some extent, too, Pat, they're not, so far at least, they found a lot of success coming to the outsides, attacking the exterior of the defense. And I'll tell you what, the Bengals offensive line on the outside is good enough to block on the outside for tosses and even, maybe like an outside zone or something like that.
O'Connell and I believe it's Forte in the backfield. Campo's under center. The snap. Campo to throw. He's going to go quick. It's dropped. Intended there for Spikes, and now he is going to be okay. He was down there for a little bit after the play. Got a little worried.
So, they're trying to get him involved. That's just a little low. I don't know how much room he really would have had. 2 guys within 5 yards of him.
But now again, the Bengals are facing a 3rd and long deep in their own territory here.
And obviously another obvious passing down, but we've seen Gio do a nice job with this.
Campo to throw.
Ooh.
Tipped around, incomplete. Intended for Cam Hill, and it's 4th and 9.
And we've seen that kind of like slant concept almost over the middle, and it worked to Carlton, but just maybe a hair off timing-wise, so we'll see Majors again, which, Bengals defense is giving Benedictine offense every chance to go down and score, and just I mean, missing just a couple plays. They're not far off, Pat.
And both offenses having trouble in this game trying to find their footing. And it gives some concerns as that punt. Shorter punt. And it bounces at the 30, or excuse me, no, correct, the 35-yard line, heads out of bounds. And so now a chance for Lake Catholic starting in Bengals territory.
Yeah. And I mean, this obviously you're leaning on the defense a ton today, but you know, again, a needed stop here because 37 yards or whatever whatever it shakes out to be is not a long field ahead of you.
They're going to hand it off on the first play, running towards the near side. Smith is there, a nice tackle, and the run there with number 22. We don't have a number 22.
Oh, wow. There you go, Pat.
So, couldn't tell you, but it's a nice little pickup on first down for Lake Catholic. It's going to get them about 6 yards.
Oh, and he's smoked.
And that's a huge defensive play. Moving them back a little bit. Norman in there as well as Spikes.
Yeah, Spikes has done a really nice job with play recognition all season long. I mean, he's consistently there when they need him.
That'll set Lake Catholic up for a 3rd and 5, and now a big defensive play again. And it seems like we just have 3rd downs coming up over and over and over again, and it seems as if neither team can convert.
Well, I think this is more 4-down territory here for Lake Catholic.
Correct.
I mean, I don't know what their kicker situation, we really haven't seen a ton, but...
And that run is going to be just short, I think, of the first. Lake Catholic wants it. 4th down.
Yeah. Well, I mean, are they bringing I can't tell if they're bringing the kicker out or not.
Yeah.
Are they? Not sure, Pat. No, it doesn't look like they are. They're keeping them out.
Yep.
But I mean, that's...
Pisano stays out there, and it'll be a 4th and 1.
You don't want to guess too heavily here, but you could almost bank on... Ooh, tush push.
And they screwed it up.
Oh, wow. He didn't get in. That's Sean O'Connell in there again.
A broken play, and the Bengals are getting the football back.
Wow.
He was trying to find somebody to hand it off to, and there was nobody there.
And Sean O'Connell, Donnelly in there. I mean, that's... And again, you lean on the Bengals defense, but, I mean, they have been so good. Obviously, I mean, I think everybody had a bit of questions after the first game, but I mean, after the first game, I mean, shutout, 14 points against a really great NDCL team, and again tonight, coming up huge, and they're giving Benedictine an opportunity to be in this game and to win.
All right, so a fresh set of downs for Benedictine. Iacampo's going to take the snap, fake a handoff. He's going to try and sling it. He's got Antoine Smith.
Ooh.
Incomplete. And the Bengals are lucky to come away with the football there. Number 10, Joey Nagy, almost had it picked off. And wow, I mean, a good throw from Iacampo, but it was just underthrown. If he gave it a little bit more, Smith had the guy beat, but just underthrown.
And Iacampo had a couple options there. I mean, that's a good read there. Just a tad bit underthrown. Man, that's one I'm sure he wishes he had back, but it's a good look there from the Bengals.
But now, again, the Bengals find themselves quickly with a 2nd and long. Got to get some yardage here before you face another 3rd and long.
Yeah, but, Pat, do you go with the run, which really has not been alive really yet?
Right.
As Pat Shachek's in the game, fullback, haven't seen a ton of him there tonight.
Corday Blair running back. Iacampo to throw. He's just going to try and run. He's going to be taken down and a loss of yardage.
And I would hate to see the Bengals completely go away from the run game. I mean, obviously, it hasn't been super alive, but I don't think you could go away from it fully. But this is a big 3rd down. This is, I don't want to say it's a must get first down, but it feels like it, Pat. I mean, they haven't been able to move the ball really at all in the second half.
So now a 3rd and 11. A loss of only 1 yard there. Iacampo in the shotgun. He's got Blair in the backfield. Smith here on the near side. Trips on the far side. The snap. Iacampo's going to run it immediately. And that's not going to be close to the first. So Bengals find themselves with another 4th down. Another 3 and out. And Lake Catholic's going to get the football back again.
Yeah. I don't hate the play call there, Pat. I mean, that's mixing it up a little bit, but I'd like to see that maybe on a 1st or 2nd down when it's not so urgent that you pick up yardage.
Here's the punt and another tough punt. I was going to let this bounce to the 49-yard line, and another good chance for Lake Catholic, a good starting field position. Down there by James Jackson.
And they're doing a nice job of special teams-wise for Lake Catholic. They're doing a really nice job of getting to Majors very quickly. I mean, he's got no time.
He's had some trouble with the punting tonight, which, again, we haven't really seen.
No, and yeah, I'm not really sure, Pat. I mean,
and another nice run, and there's that guy again, the big man, number 34, Danny Smorowski, and he gets a quick 1st down for Lake Catholic.
And Lake Catholic's had a ton of success when they run the ball with him. Went away from him a little bit, but as they're going quick here, maybe giving him another carry.
Fresh set of downs. Pisano hands it off, and the Bengals get there.
Wow.
It's Sean O'Connell and Marquise Norman. Gabe Dolan in there as well, and Gabe Dolan having a nice little game. Marquise Norman continued production, and Sean O'Connell, obviously.
And Norman's done a really nice job of stepping up. We've seen him a ton of him, and he's been a guy that you could count on to play valuable time. He really has been, and O'Connell obviously, and Gabe Dolan, we've get a couple TFLs today, and he's done a really nice job too.
2nd and 12 after the loss of 2. But again, you find Lake Catholic in that 4-down territory. Pisano brings Smorowski to his left. He's going to run it himself on the design QB run. He's not going to get too far.
Oh, the
ball's free. Who has it? It might have gone out of bounds.
Yeah, I think it went out, Pat.
Okay, but now 3rd down. And we are going to have to look at it again. A lot going on there. Spike's got an initial hand. Then Owen Slemps. John Jones in there after that. Diving for the ball was Jones and O'Connell, but it rolled out of bounds, I think, or Lake Catholic. I think it was out of bounds. But
yeah. And that almost worked a little bit to Lake Catholic's advantage because they picked up a
like
yard
extra
there.
Yard,
yeah.
So it'll be a 3rd and 9. Shotgun formation, the snap, and now Coyne in at quarterback. There's pressure. He has nowhere to go, but he's going to have so much room to run. He didn't take it. He's going deep for the end zone. Incomplete. Lake Catholic wants a flag, but there was no play on that ball.
He obviously tripped there. And again, the Bengals doing it. Oh, Micah Smith's down on the field. That's not good. Another guy.
Doesn't look too bad.
Maybe just
he's sitting up, yeah. And you saw Coyne had a lot of room to run.
Oh, he had a ton.
Could have possibly picked up the 1st down, but he decided to sling it. Sticking with the game plan there, not quite sure why. But now a 4th and 9, and you got to wonder, what is Lake Catholic going to do?
I mean, I don't think there's – I think they got to punt it here, Pat. But
again, a short field.
Yeah, for sure. I think – I mean, I don't understand. I mean, he had a ton of room, but maybe he – maybe he really liked the look that they had
I don't know. Double coverage.
Outside. Yeah, I don't know, Pat. I'm just theorizing.
Speculating.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yep.
I'm up here, Pat. You know, I don't really know, but I mean.
And this entire third quarter has literally consisted of punting back and forth, and
3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out. First down, 3 and out.
Not a lot of offense.
No. But I mean, you almost kind of. I don't want to say you expected this, but it's not so surprising considering how similar these two teams are. Their run game has been the strength of their offense. Their defense has been really, really good.
And it does appear to be just a cramp here for Smith as they're just stretching out his left leg.
I tell you what, Pat, those cramps are the worst. Right in the calf or right in the hamstring, whoosh. Whoosh, man. You wake up with one of those, down for the count. There's got to keep a bottle of mustard in the room just to make sure.
Yeah.
And you'd love to see the Bengals capitalize on one of these things. You know, obviously really sucks that two your best guys are out, and obviously Carlton and O'Neal is most likely out of the game, and we haven't seen him. And all things considered, that it's not great, but you can't find reasons to lose. You have to find reasons to win, Pat, and that's what the Bengals have done all season, and they just got to continue it tonight.
So Smith walking off on his own power. He looks to be okay. And now 4th and 9. We'll see what Lake Catholic decides to do. Taking some extra time on the sidelines. Ref says, hurry up. 3 timeouts remaining for both teams here as we approach the end of the third quarter. It's really gone by quick, but it's because there hasn't been a whole lot going on. They're going for it.
Yeah.
And there's that quarterback, the senior Liam Coyne. Again, he's in the shotgun. The snap. He's going to try to throw pressure on the edge from Sonny Arrieta. And he's going to be taken down. Will Eschke with a big tackle for loss. Turnover on downs. Bengals are getting it back again.
What a huge play right there. I mean, that's just, like we said, the linebackers got to step up, and Eschke's really stepped up a ton this year. Obviously, minimal time last year, and this year he's looked really, really good at the linebacker spot. You slot him in. Obviously, big shoes to fill with Yane gone and Church gone, and he's looked great. And that's just a really nice play. He probably, I don't want to say he would have got the first down, but it would have been really close if Eschke doesn't get him there.
Right. And that's what's so good about the Bengals defense. There's a lot of depth. Like, if one guy misses a tackle, you're going to have another guy right there.
Yeah, for sure. But now the Bengals really got to capitalize on this. They really got to do something here.
All right, so just over 2 minutes left in this third quarter. Iacampo lines up under center. The snap, Iacampo to throw. It's tipped. Incomplete.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I don't know why they were running for the ball.
Yeah,
but that's absolutely an incomplete pass. So.
Pat Lloyd's getting down in the booth here. He's clapping along.
Well, when you got to listen to him all game long.
Now, I would really like to see him go back to the bread and butter of this offense and try to run the ball to the outside a little bit. Something here.
So 2nd and 10. Iacampo is under center. O'Connell and Forte in the backfield. The handoff goes to Caden Forte. A nice little run. And this will make it a 3rd and manageable. But again, quickly it's 3rd down, and we've barely moved down the field.
Yeah. But, that's makes it a lot more manageable, and that's what you want to do on the earlier downs. 3rd and 5 is pretty manageable, especially if you want to run the ball once here and you get, if you get 3 yards, say it's a 4th and 2, and, I would say that you probably go for it in this stage of the game and in this
because
side
offense
of the field.
Is so hard to come by.
It really is, yeah. And any little momentum would make a huge difference, too.
Campo under center. It's O'Connell in the backfield. Forte back there as well. Xander Smith lined up here on the near side. A fake handoff. Campo on the run. Throws complete. It's Sean O'Connell. First down. And a big hit and collision there at the 45-yard line with O'Connell and number 21 of the Cougars. That is Tristan Negrelli.
And Sean O'Connell has been a huge, huge asset for this Bengals offense.
Which we saw none of last year.
No, not really at all. But, I mean, big body. I mean, you see a nice play there. I mean, that's just a simple flat right there and get him.
But that has worked so well for the Bengals with Spikes.
For sure, yeah.
With pretty much anyone you can think of.
Yeah.
And they finally utilize it there for a much-needed first down to get it moving.
And like we mentioned, they've done a really nice job of covering Spikes. But when you watch film on the Bengals, Spikes is, I mean, he's a huge, huge weapon that the Bengals consistently use. And they're going to do everything they can. Ooh, trouble with the ball.
Little trouble with the ball from Forte. He's going to lose yardage. Man. And you get that first down, and you lose all the momentum there.
Yeah.
So
but, I mean, there's been a ton of ball security issues so far for the Bengals.
Both sides,
I mean, yeah, I guess. But it's... And we haven't seen this really since week 1, Pat. I mean, a little bit in week 2, but we haven't seen a ton of it.
Just a loss of 1 on the play. And we have a timeout taken, or excuse me, that's the end of the third quarter. So we're going to take a break. We'll be right back on the Benedictine Sports Broadcasting Network. Back here for the fourth quarter. We quickly approach the end of that third quarter, but now a 2nd and 11. Campo is going to hand it off, and a really nice run from Forte. So now a 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, for sure, Pat. I mean, that's what the Bengals have been lacking, and that's just great blocking up front. You got a ton of hole. That's a really nice cutback. I mean, that's a gaping hole, and nobody's really there. And, I mean, now you have a lot of options, 3rd and 3. He's got it.
There it is. Nice run again from Caden Forte. He's going to move the sticks. And the Bengals finally picking up some first downs and moving down the field.
I mean, if I'm not mistaken here, Pat, these are just like pretty much inside zones that they're running here. I mean, it's pretty much between the tackles, but they've done a really nice job of, at least up front in this, so far in the last couple plays of really asserting their dominance, if you will. And if the Bengals want any shot at moving the ball down the field more, they have to keep doing that because so far Lake Catholic has dominated.
Here we go. Fresh set of downs. It's Campo under center. Forte in the backfield with O'Connell. Campo flicks the handoff. He's going to try and throw. He goes over the middle. He has a man, but it's picked off. What a catch!
Wow.
Pete Malcheski. And he's been incredible for Lake Catholic. He had a touchdown earlier in the game, picks it off here. He's been their player of the game for me so far.
And that's a heck of a catch right there, Pat. I mean, he climbed
floating.
the ladder. Yeah, that's a really nice catch. I mean, he had a guy wide open. Nothing you could do, really. Wow, he got up there.
That is insane.
Oh, my. He got really, really up there.
And I think it was underthrown regardless for, I believe, the receiver, Antoine Smith. And now you find yourself, Lake Catholic very deep in their own territory. So the Bengals defense just has to keep doing their job. But really a shame there. The Bengals had a chance. They were moving the ball, and it all sputters out.
Yeah.
Pisano hands it off, and the Bengals are there. And it's Norman and Spikes.
and they've done a heck of a job. Obviously, Spikes hasn't had the biggest offensive game, but I mean, I'll tell you what, he really plays a pivotal role on this defense. And
we have an injury here for the big guy, Danny Zmorowski, and he's been really good for them tonight. So,
and you hate to see that.
Something with his wrist.
Yeah, maybe wrist or hand. I'm not really sure, Pat, but I mean, nonetheless, it's a nice stop by the Bengals, and 2nd and 10 is ideal. And Pat, you'd like to see them punt out of their own end zone and give the Bengals some good field position, because if not, I mean, the Bengals haven't really moved the ball at all. Ooh, that's
another run now towards the near side, not going too far. Bengals, he got more than I thought there, but and there's Marquise Norman with the tackle.
And that's going to be 3rd and short, Pat, which looked like they had it blown up pretty good, but and 3rd and 3, Pat.
But you got to remember how deep in their own territory Lake Catholic is. They'd love to get a first down here, because if they're punting from all the way back there, it's going to be trouble for them. The snap, handoff.
Ooh,
he's taken down.
I don't think he
did.
Got it,
Jonathan Spikes.
Wow. I mean, you can't ask for a better game from the Benedictine Bengals defense.
Unbelievable.
I mean, geez Louise. I mean, I mean, they're bailing out the offense over and over and over.
And here comes the punt unit again on a 4th and 2. The Bengals are getting the ball back after the pick from Malcheski. What a game. I mean, this whole second half has been all defense. It's kind of boring, if you ask me. No real highlights except for that insane interception.
Well, Pat, I could sympathize with it. You know me, I'm a big defensive guy. But
yeah. Smith will take the fair catch around the 50, and the Bengals with another chance on offense.
But I mean, I'll tell you what, Pat. They really gotta capitalize on this one. I mean, there's not gonna be run out of opportunities here, and I mean, I know we said it on the last one that they have to score here, but there has to be some type of sense of urgency offensively to
because you have to remember the Bengals are still trailing. I know it's kind of hard to remember just because it's just been back and forth, you think. But Lake Catholic leads by 3, so you got to at least get a field goal out of this.
Yeah, at least tie the game. I mean,
and I don't mind a field goal try, maybe a little bit of a risky field goal try, because you need to tie this game with the lack of offense that we're seeing right now.
Yeah. I mean, any points on the board here is pretty vital.
Campo will line up under center. It's O'Connell and Blair in the backfield. Motion from Spikes. Handoff. It's Blair towards the outside. Dodges a tackle. Flag comes in the backfield after a pickup of about 3. And we'll wait and see on the flag.
Going to be holding.
Yeah, most likely.
Yeah.
Holding?
Looks like a pass. Yeah. So, I mean, already a rough start to the drive because you're, already backed up. I mean, that's just like, whoosh. It's been the offensive miscues that have really killed them. They've been able to move, like, as soon as they're moving the ball down the field, something happens, and their offense is just, like, completely stopped. Whether it's the fumble or the interception or the penalty, whatever happens, I mean, just.
So now a 1st and 20 after the 10-yard penalty. And we have whistles, a timeout taken here. It's going to be a Bengals timeout. So, Luca, again, we'd like to remind you to order from Pizzazz Pizza, located just 2 minutes from Don Shula Stadium. You can order their pizza by going to www.pizzazzpizza.com or just call 216-321-7272 to order today. Again, that's 216-321-7272. Pizzazz Pizza, proud sponsor of Benedictine Athletics.
Pat, you'd really like to see something offensively here. It'd be a huge confidence booster if the Bengals could get a first down here. I mean, through the air or through, the legs of Corday Blair, but
and they're
something.
already starting far back because of a costly penalty.
Yeah.
Iacampo's going to be under center. A faked handoff. He's going to throw quick on the run. It's complete. And I believe that's Xander Smith. Correction, that's Jonathan Spikes. My apologies, but a nice pickup there on a 1st and 20 to get some of that yardage back. I believe they got past about the penalty yardage back, so it'll be 2nd and about 10.
And we have not seen Spikes, but I mean immediately it's already a 10-yard gain, and you'd really like to
get him involved. And even more than that, as we see now, it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Yeah. I mean, you'd really love to see him get involved, but just. They're doing a really nice job on the flat side. There's no other way to put it, really.
Iacampo under center. It's Jones here on the near side. The snap, Iacampo to throw. He steps into the pass. He had Jones, but missed the throw, and now it's 3rd and 9. And you'd hate to see another Bengals drive sputter out.
Yeah. And it's a little difficult, too, because, you want to give Gio some, get him in some type of rhythm. But, on the flip side of that, you almost have to go with a run in some cases. I would have liked to run on 2nd and 9 because of, you might get 4 or 5 yards. That makes it a heck of a lot more manageable than 3rd and 9. But, I mean, they had a guy wide open across the middle, just couldn't hit him.
Iacampo in the shotgun. Takes the snap, fakes the handoff, pressure, he's sacked.
Yep. And it just seems like it's a kind of repetitive story, Pat. Is just, I mean, the Bengals defense doing all they can, and I don't.
Offense not backing them up by any means.
No.
That's a 4th and 18. And Majors on to punt again. Now watch out because this Lake Catholic special teams unit has done a really good job of getting to Nate Majors.
And they do again.
Majors is able to get it off better that time.
And with it! Bengals ball!
Hold!
Yes! Bengals ball!
Bengals football! Wow! Who fell on it? We'll have to go back to that.
Wow. And boy, is that costly.
Lake Catholic wondering what's going on.
We got to take another look at this. That's a really nice job by Majors to get the punt off. He definitely touches it here, Pat, but I think they're arguing that he fell on it. Touches it.
Who is it?
Is it Blair when he has it? Yeah, no, Blair has it there.
Absolutely.
If it switches hands after that, it's still Bengal ball.
Yeah. It looks like it's just a tie-up, but Blair was in there initially. A flag on the play. This is going to be against Lake Catholic.
Yeah, they
are
got 100 coaches
out.
on there.
Yeah. That's just going to be an issue with Lake Catholic coaches arguing and being on the playing field.
I mean, that really changes things a bit.
So now the Bengals are already in scoring position.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of I hate to say it, but that's a bailout right there. I mean, obviously, Bengals not doing a great job on offense, and then
you got to capitalize now.
Yeah, you really
whether
really
it's
do.
a field goal, whether it's a touchdown, get something on the board. They're already in field goal range. Here we go. 1st and 10. Iacampo under center. It's O'Connell and Caden Forte in the backfield. The snap, handoff to Caden Forte. He has a hole. Caden Forte with a good run on 1st down.
And Pat, for the first time in this second half, it feels like the Bengals have some momentum, and it feels like they're in a bit more control. Obviously, a nice first down run there. You know, I mean, that's a nice way to set them up. And I would just run the ball here, Pat. If I'm being totally honest with you, you got to go back to the bread and butter. Bengals have been great running the ball all season long. Minus a couple quarters here, you got to go back to the bread and butter. I mean, the O-line is the strongest part of this offense by far. You got to go back to it.
2nd and 4, the Lake Catholic bench getting hyped up. The snap by Akepo. Another handoff to Forte. Pushing forward. Not sure how much he's able to get there.
Should be fairly close to the first down, Pat. It looks like he is at least. My depth perception isn't great, though.
Yeah, this is a tough angle for us.
We'll see on the scoreboard here in a sec.
Yeah, well, the scoreboard not doing too great of a job tonight.
3rd and 1. Pat.
There we go.
Third and one. And again, Pat, I wouldn't get too fancy here. Just try to punch it in here.
Under center, they're just going to push it forward. Do they have it?
Yeah, they should. Ooh, he didn't get it, Pat. They're saying he didn't get it.
We'll wait for a call.
Yeah, no, Pat, they're saying that's a 4th down here.
Do you try your field goal?
No, Pat, it's 4th and inches. I think you gotta go for it.
It's gonna be real shame if you don't get this, and then you wonder.
It really is, but I think you gotta play to win. It's under 5 minutes. You got half a yard to gain here, Pat. I think, you know what, Pat? Fortune favors the brave.
All right, Lake Catholic getting hyped up. Biggest play of the game on a 4th and inches. Here we go. I can't pull under center. I expect just a push there and a big pile, but we have a whistle first as the entire stands were shaking in a timeout taken by Lake Catholic. That seems like a great time to tell you about our Bengal for a Day visits. We've had a lot of shadows recently.
Yeah.
You can sign up now. You can also sign up for your HSPT prep courses and your HSPT test. For more information, go ahead and visit cbhs.edu/admissions. Sign up for a Bengal for a Day visit.
Yeah, Pat. It's fun. Good time.
We'll hope to see you soon.
Yep. I mean, man, this is such a tough call. Because, you want to go for it because you want the touchdown and you want to get the first down, but, like, a part of me almost wonders if you try a field goal.
Trying to get the teams back on the field. Here we go. 4th and inches. This place is shaking.
Biggest play of the game. Oh, First is in the game here. Maybe a push here.
Matthew First under center. Pushing forward.
He's got it.
They've got it.
Oh, the ball came out.
Oh, no.
Oh,
Lake
my
Catholic
God.
Football. And there's your instance again. Did you want to take your field goal?
And we might get another look at that, Pat. I don't think he was down by any means.
Not like this call is going to change. I mean, this is high
Yeah,
school
I
football.
know,
No
it
instant
just-
replay. Matthew First, we saw that play in the paddle game. It worked so
No.
well.
That came out very early. Wow.
No.
And that's just heartbreaking. I mean, I guess the only consolation that you do have is that they're on their own one, but
But now, if you get the football back, you're going to have to work with the clock now.
yeah, but you almost feel a sense of being deflated, Pat, because, I mean, they're going to have to just try to shove this one.
Yep,
right
first
up
and
the gut.
10.
Ooh, hello.
Some trouble with it. They're only going to pick up a couple with Smorowski.
That's a good amount of breathing room there, Pat, though. I mean, changes kind of the complexity of what you can do. Obviously, on your own one, you really can't. You don't want to chance and run the ball there, but I mean, you give a ton more breathing room from, your 5.5 or 6 yard line. But that's just such a heartbreaker for Benedictine. Oh my.
2nd and 5. Got a lot more on that play than I thought. They're going to run it again. Oh, it's kept with the quarterback. He's got a first down. Oh, boy. Time slowly ticking. Lake Catholic's going to try and hold this as long as they can.
There is a flag on the play, though,
Right,
Pat.
maybe a holding will bring this back. We'll see. No, it's going to be against Benedictine.
Wow.
Well, Luca, I think when this game is over, you're going to have to look back to those costly penalties.
Yeah. I really don't hate the call to go for it there on 4th. I really, really don't. I think that's the right call there. I mean, you got the first down, just fumbled, but it's the turnovers. I mean, the countless turnovers that they've had in this game.
Countless flags, costly flags. It's been
the miscues, just a sloppy game overall. And this is an interesting formation.
Yeah, it is. They're just going to run it again. And Zmarowski not going too far. Taking down Owen Slemps there, as well as Spikes. But they're just going to try and keep draining this clock down for sure.
Yeah, I mean.
They picked up 2 yards. 2nd down. Yep, clock keeps draining.
Wow. 3 running backs in now.
Quarterback keeper. Excuse me. No, a handoff. My mistake.
Huge 3rd down, though, Pat.
Yeah.
Huge 3rd down.
We're going to keep rolling this clock
this
down.
game is not over. I know it feels like it a little bit because, it's deflating to fumble like that, but I mean, this game is not over by any means.
And the Bengals still have 2 timeouts left, both teams with 2. But you got to think Nate Majors might have a chance here for a career long.
Yeah, possibly, Pat, but got to stop him first.
Draining the clock. Falling. It's 3rd down. Stop falling. Common sense. And we had a timeout taken by Lake Catholic. They now have 1 remaining. What a tough way. If the Bengals ultimately come out on the bottom side of this game, you're just going to keep thinking back to all those costly penalties, costly turnovers, and just the lack of offense. So many opportunities, but kept turning the ball back over.
Yeah, I think too. You got to look at the positive too, Pat. I mean, the defense played tremendous, excellent game.
That's true.
I mean, it really stinks because you had every opportunity to win the ball game. Even on the last drive, you had every opportunity to go up a score. And they had momentum building, and then something or another happened, but you can't play this sloppy against a good team, and you're not going to get rewarded for that.
3rd and 4. Here we go. Bengals need a stop. The snap. Fake handoff. A throw. Complete. First down, Lake Catholic.
That's a great play design there. I mean, you know that Benedictine's going to send a ton of people, and I don't want to say that seals it, Pat, but that definitely makes it a lot more difficult.
Yeah. With them continuing to run this clock down, Bengals might have to start using their timeouts. Even then, they're going to have very minimal time to work with.
Yeah.
Needed a stop there. But you get to a certain point where your defense has come through all night.
Yeah, I mean, you can't.
It's tough to expect them.
Yeah.
The snap, faked handoff. Quarterback keeper almost taken down, still on his feet. Picks up about 3. Second down. Bengals have to take a timeout, but again, such a little time.
Player down on the field.
No, timeout Benedictine.
No, still player
Oh,
down
yes,
on the
player
field.
down on the field. Who is it? It's going to be Antoine Livingston.
And if you're Benedictine, you probably got to start punching at the ball and trying to strip it
gotta
here.
get a
But
turnover or something.
that would be big.
And you start thinking about the math. Right now it's second down and about 5 now. They got way more than I actually thought.
Yeah, and
So they run one play, makes it third down if the Bengals get a stop. That takes us to about the 50-second mark. Then they run another play. Realistically, I mean, okay, the Bengals do have one more timeout after this. The defense needs to come through. That's basically the moral of the story. But
it's definitely an uphill battle. But I mean, it's achievable. This game is not exactly over, but
it's going to be real tough.
yeah.
Here we go, a 2nd and 5. And I don't know why we're just standing around. The ref's talking
He's not
now.
off the field yet.
Oh. Yeah, didn't notice that on the far side. Looks like finally ready to go. Ref's still looking up towards like the press box area. Looks like we're finally good to go. All right, here we go. 2nd and 5. Bengals defense needs to come through. Pisano under center. Another handoff. Smorowski towards the near side. If he's got a first down, that could seal the game.
Yep.
And there it is.
That just about does it, Pat.
And it really came down to basically who scored a touchdown in this game and who couldn't score a touchdown in this game. Like Catholic scored a touchdown. They even missed the PAT, but the Bengals couldn't take advantage of that.
Yeah, Pat. And I mean, we were talking about it in the pregame that, you know, it's going to come down to the quarterback that might be able to, or that would, you know, make the big throws to win this game. And it was really only one throw that won the game.
Yep.
And it was Benedictine's, you know, inability to really move the ball down the field that killed him. And
yeah, Iacampo had some close calls, you know, just underthrown some certain points in the game.
Yeah. But I mean, definitely a tough one. I mean, the Bengals are going to have to take this one on the chin. Obviously, going into next week is going to be a really big test. I mean,
and you had a lot of confidence coming into this game just because of how well the Bengals offense played last week against NDCL.
Yeah,
you know,
I mean,
that was the concern coming in, was the offense, because the defense had played great for 2 straight weeks, and the offense came out last week and played incredible. And now this week, you know, it's a little bit concerning to see, and maybe it's just a battle of 2 good defenses. I think that certainly plays a part.
Yeah.
But I think the Bengals just couldn't get the passing going the way that they did last week, which really killed them in this game.
And, you know, a big difference, too, from last week to this week was the fact that the Bengals couldn't really get the run established, and the run established consistently. I mean, we didn't see any, you know, any big runs like we saw last week, and we really didn't see any chunk plays by the Bengals, which, you know, the kind of fueled their offense last week, and we didn't see this week. And obviously, you know, really good Lake Catholic team comes into, you know, Don Shula, and I mean, you know, just made less mistakes than the Bengals, really, and I think that kind of sums up the game.
So now on a 3rd and 12, time's going to run out on this game. Bengals, I guess there could be some time.
No,
they're out of timeouts, so that's wrong. Lake Catholic wins the game. Final score tonight from Don Shula Stadium, Lake Catholic 6, Benedictine 3. This is a heartbreaker tonight from Don Shula Stadium. A tough loss. Lake Catholic hands Benedictine their first loss of the season. Lake Catholic's going to improve to 4-1. Benedictine's going to fall to 4-1, and that's going to do it for this evening's game. So we're going to step aside for just a minute, and we'll be back for our post-game analysis. You're watching the Benedictine Sports Broadcasting Network.
Especially around the city, and you're supposed to go out there and help create a better world because you went to Benedictine. You have the opportunities that we have here.
Being a man of Benedictine is just being relentless and being resilient. I don't believe that any other school would have done that for me and given me that personal connection.
I'm blessed to just have people around me who all want to chase the same thing, which is greater life through Christ and just to be better people at the end of the day. I'm glad that I get to go to school with you guys and call you guys my brother.
Welcome back to Don Shula Stadium, where tonight's final score is Lake Catholic 6 and Benedictine 3. This is a tough one tonight. The Bengals are definitely kind of frustrated after this loss. It's a tough one just because of there were so many opportunities.
Yeah.
And the player for me of the game is Malcheski for Lake Catholic. Had a huge pick. That play was incredible. And then you got to think about the touchdown catch. I mean, that's a really nice catch on the run, too.
Yeah, I mean, like we said, you know, they just made less mistakes than the Bengals. And, I mean, countless turnovers and countless miscues and countless penalties, everything. And it sucks because the Bengals, you know, are going to take this one on the chin. And you got a really tough week next week. And, you know, all around, it's just not ideal. But
you got to take your positives out. Forget about it, though, because a big test comes next week against St. Ignatius. We'll send it down to the field for the alma mater real quick. So once again, the final 6-3. Lake Catholic takes this one. That's another game this year where it's just a real defensive battle. Padua was the same way. Just no offense. Bengals couldn't really get anything going. Kind of a rough night on the ground. We didn't see as much production there as we normally do, and they couldn't really get things going through the air either, and that's why they just had 3 points on the board from a Nate Majors field goal.
Yeah, I mean, like, you hit it, you know, pretty good. I mean, there's not too much else to say besides that. I mean, couldn't establish the run, and when you can't establish, you know, your whole offense, you're not going to have any. And you know, you got to give credit where credit is due. You know, Lake Catholic did have a very good game defensively and made it really tough on Gio. You know, we saw, you know, a ton of different sets and whatnot, but it's a tough one. And
they came prepared.
Yeah, you just got to take your positives out. You know, great defense, a lot to build on, and you got to take it into next week, and you just got to, you know, have a short-term memory.
That's going to do it tonight for our coverage from Don Shula Stadium. We'd like to thank our entire outstanding crew, our director and switcher, Mr. Brian Devers, our replay, Ronan Nystrom, our audio, Devin Heston, our ads, Ben Andel, our scoreboard and graphics, Matthew Lloyd, our cameras, Dom Heskamp, John Queener, Vince Nixon, Dresden, Washington, Scotty Wojtasic. Huge crew tonight. Our photos, Will Milan and Topher Feltz and Teddy Johnson. So got to regroup, Luca, coming to next week for Ignatius. But until then, where we'll be here back at Don Shula Stadium, this is Patrick Lloyd and Luca Bucci signing off for the final time from Don Shula Stadium. So long, everybody. Go Bengals.